Speaker should be mute there. That speaker should be.
It's on mute. It's on mute.
Audio speaker.
Yeah, it's
Then why am I hearing it?
no, audio. Sorry, audio.
Audio.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
No.
No. This speaker also mute. Speaker mute. Okay. Now it's clear? Now it should be perfectly clear. Harsh Patel. Harsh Patel, where are you from? Location? Are you able to hear the audio clearly?
Yeah, it's clear.
My voice and this music? Both?
Not together. Only voice is audible right now.
Okay, voice is audible. Now tell me whether the music is audible, okay? Music was okay? Harsh? It was okay? Okay, good. Alright. Thanks for confirming. And is the visuals clear? Okay, cool. Thanks for joining in. I know it's early for you in the morning. So which team are you part of, Harsh? Okay. Good, man. Clear, huh? Frame?
Frame is clear. You just see, come here. Your frame is clear. You see the audience frame.
What's the come and stand here? Yeah, one of them. Perfect.
This is the audience frame.
Let's record the meeting.
Yeah.
Entire meeting recorded. You would stand here.
Stand here and present, is it?
Yes. This will be a presentation. Your camera will be here. You'll have to see
And the
this.
judges are given.
How will the judges be here? Judges will be in the there.
With the audience, they'll sit together.
We'll sit with the audience.
Man, judges तो इधर तो दो ही आदमी है ना.
Judges know you.
सब लाइव है.
Already live चल रहा है. Just stop the live. That's it. The presenters should focus on this camera. This is the main.
The first team, I need the team list.
ఆటో బ్రైట్నెస్ ఆన్ అయింది. అందులో బ్రైట్నెస్
ఇప్పుడు ఇంకా కొంచెం క్లియర్ అయింది.
ఆటో బ్రైట్నెస్ ఆన్లో ఉందా? అది పచ్చిపోతుంది అవుతుంది.
ఇంకా కొంచెం క్లియర్ అయింది. డౌన్ మోడ్లో అయినా కెమెరా ఇది.
Okay, sir.
కరెక్ట్ ఇదియా?
This side.
So the presenters laptop also view on the camera.
ఇక్కడే.
I can hear voice is coming. Oh, Alita. Yeah, I think Alita, who's there in the office?
Can they increase the mic volume, please?
Your audio is very low. We are not able to hear you. Barely able to hear you.
you need to increase your mic volume. Or the speaker has to be near the presenting laptop.
भाई टीवी का वॉल्यूम ऑल्सो इंक्रीज है ना?
Alika, can you make your room more brighter? It's very dark.
Let's try something. Can you move that here? Yeah, let's try.
अरे वो एक्सेल शीट भी वो एक्सेल शीट दिया है कौन सा मीटिंग वाला है इसमें इतना सारा मीटिंग है नहीं गॉट इट क्या क्या
More brighter.
We are down. Here is the thing.
Yeah, we could hear you, but it was
4 minutes left. I want everybody to come this side.
Can you try again?
ये इसमें चल रहा है क्या वीडियो?
क्या? हाँ ये चल रहा है. This is focused.
It is focusing on presenter. That is focusing on us. इसका यार बहुत छोटा है. Otherwise 4K मतलब 4K.
I think it's good.
No, it's also neat. ये कैमरा
इसमें तेरे को तो चलेगा ना नीचे इतना
हाँ
हाइट
वो भी फोकस कर सकता हूँ.
Yeah, but the room is still dark.
Focus कर सकता हूँ.
Can you make it more brighter?
and then spotlight it presentation.
Oh. Maybe you can turn on your individual cameras. Yes. That would be one.
ये उठा देंगे ना. और इनको लैपटॉप పెట్టేసి क्लोजर ऑडियंस की guys you need to be front, no sitting on the desks, you need to come this way, you need to pull the chairs and come to the center. Pull the chairs and come to the Guys on the call, can you just confirm if our audio and video is good?
Are you able to hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. You're able to see the slide deck?
Yes.
Okay. All the teams are we in?
We shall start recording.
Yeah, let's start recording. Just a confirmation of the teams.
From Atlanta, yes.
Track, everything is there, right? Okay. Atlanta's
Okay,
good.
camera.
India's also good. Do we have the leaders? Shibu, Santosh,
Shibu is in.
Mahesh, you're.
1 second. Yeah.
Do we have Santosh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shibu is
Santosh
here.
is good. All right. Santosh, do you want to do a kickoff? Or can I just start the agenda, then we can do the kickoff?
Everybody are in? That's all, huh?
All right, everyone.
Sorry, I was saying let's not hold people up. Let's go.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining both Atlanta office and Hyderabad and Bangalore office. I think welcome to the Innovation Blitz 2025. Happy to host and kick off the final presentation ceremony. Like we announced, right? I'll just go with the first prize, right? The first prize is $1,000. That's a prize money for the winning team. Yeah. Second prize, $500 for the winning team. Third prize, $250. And yes, we are recognizing everybody in the, who has participated in the event. We have got, 9 participating team, and I have called on the organizing committee, the team mentors, and the panel members who have been instrumental in conducting this event there. We will go in this order. First, we'll start with Track Rack. Rania, are you ready? Your team?
Yes, we're ready.
All right. You're going to be kicking it off. You will have to take the presentation, take it over. The next team is going to be Akash's team. Right? Please be ready. Mahesh could be next. Mahesh is not there, then Farhan, you will be the next one.
Yes.
Mahesh is repeated twice.
So like I told, 15 minutes is your window, right? 10 minutes for the presentation, the pitch, 5 minutes for interaction and Q&A. Panel members and judges, please start evaluating the presentations and we'll go from there. Over to you, Rania.
Thank you. As we start sharing our screen, let us know when you're able to see it.
Venkatesh, you can come out of the screen. Venkatesh.
Yeah.
Just confirm you can all see the screen. Okay. Awesome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to those who have been burning the midnight oil. Tracker is here to simplify IT operations while keeping your data audit ready. To make this demo seamless, we've used an AI voiceover, so let's just dive in.
We can't hear audio.
Rania
Maybe you can share
is muted
the
again.
audio with us now. Yeah. Share again. Just in the teams.
In Teams.
Stop
Yeah.
sharing, Venkatesh.
Just click the share option. Yeah, share again. Click stop sharing.
It's stopped, right?
Share. Yeah. Click audio share. Okay.
Share audio. Sharing a tab instead. Okay. No. To share audio, we have to share a tab instead. So just open the tab for Track Record demo. Yeah. Track Record demo.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Share.
Thank you for bearing with us while we deal with these technical difficulties.
Camera.
We're gonna reshare this screen. Let us know if you guys are able to see it. Once again, with the audio.
There.
To TrackRack, the one-stop, smart platform for tracking IT assets and keeping your organization continuously compliant. We started with laptops and equipment, but the design is flexible, ready to grow across asset types and departments. Today, most IT, HR, and compliance teams rely on fragmented, manual spreadsheets. They lack real-time visibility, don't scale, and consume countless hours. The result? Inefficiencies, not compliant employees, audit failures and penalties, and avoidable costs from errors, overpurchasing, and out-of-warranty equipment. TrawCraft eliminates those pain points. By automating tracking and compliance, we boost productivity, spending, stay audit ready, and empower data-driven decisions, all on a single, scalable platform that ultimately protects revenue and resources. Here's how it works end-to-end. At the top, we have a streamlit front-end where users interact. In the middle, a fast API backend powered by LLMs, APIs, and automation. At the bottom, a PostgreSQL database holds all the assets, user, compliance, and audit data. Now let's walk through what happens in the backend, where most of the smart logic lives. User management. We use AWS-based plugin with role for admin and super users, so every action is secure and controlled. Bulk asset upload. Admins import laptops and other equipment via CSV or Excel. The same endpoints remain reusable for future imports. The sensitive data fields are modified currently. AI-powered asset management. Our AI engine, powered by GPT 4.1, turns natural language prompts into real SQL. The steps are: 1. It reads only allowed table schemas. 2. It figures out the action, view, insert, update, or delete, and which tables are involved. 3. Based on action. 4. View, generates a select, executes it, explains the query, and summarizes the results. For insert/update/soft-delete, it creates a parameterized query, explains it along with the action outcome of the query when it's executed. With user consent, I can confirm, executes the query, and logs the action details into the DB. Explains the executed query, and summarizes the effective rows. For hard deletes, execution is logged. We suggest a soft delete instead. 4. Except read everything is logged in an action_logs table, including the user, timestamp, executed query, and performed action details. Intune Sync. A scheduled job every day at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time pulls device compliance snapshots from Microsoft Intune. Need it sooner? Trigger the same sync via API. Compliance reporting. From the Intune data dumps we generate downloadable reports for the particular date with overall compliance, OS-based compliance, devices compliant yesterday but not today and per device, with sensitive fields automatically redacted to download. Automated emails. At the same schedule, we scan warranties. The laptop's expired or expiring in the next 15 days triggers an alert email to admins and super users. We also email the success or failure of each Intune import. Text-to-speech API. Our TTS endpoint converts any response to audio, giving users an accessible, voice-enabled interface. Extensible design. The backend is modular, ready for any future AI use cases like vision or multimodal workflows. Database and frontend. PostgreSQL tracks assets including laptops and equipments, TrawCraft users, compliance snapshots, warranties, and every audit log. On the UI side, Streamlit gives a fast, clean experience. Log in, filter assets, view dashboards, download reports, or invoke the AI-powered asset management, all in seconds. Scalability and future readiness. Right now, the solution is deployed on Azure, but it's completely cloud agnostic, so it can run on any cloud platform in the future. Everything is built in separate, lightweight containers. That means we can easily scale up as usage grows, switch databases, or plug in new services, without causing any downtime. If we want to add a new type of asset or pull in data from another system, it's as simple as adding a new table and a sync task. It's built to grow with your needs. So to summarize the TrawCraft, users interact through a simple Streamlit frontend. Requests go to a smart, fast API backend powered by LLMs and automation logic. And everything is stored and tracked in a PostgreSQL database, including assets, users, compliance states, and audit logs. The system is modular, scalable, and designed for easy future expansion, whether that's new asset types, new AI features, or additional data sources. In short, this architecture brings together usability, intelligence, and reliability, making it easy for teams to track assets, stay compliant, and focus on what really matters. Now that you've seen the overview, let's dive into a quick walkthrough of how TrawCraft works in action. First, I log in with my credentials. All sessions are protected by JWT, so every click is fully authenticated. Now we're on the home page. Cirrus Labs branding sits top left, my user icon top right. A small speaker button lets me play any screen content as audio.
Welcome, Alida. TrackRIK is an AI-powered platform designed for smart asset tracking. Efficiently manage and monitor your IT and organizational assets with intelligence and ease. Use the sidebar to navigate between pages like AI-powered asset management, continuous compliance reports, user management, and view assets.
Clicking View Assets shows 4 tabs: laptops, equipment, TruckRack users, and action logs. The dashboard filters let me slice this data any way I need: model, location, warranty date, and more. Next, the AI-powered asset management. It keeps a private chat history for my session and turns natural language into safe SQL. Let's try a few view query examples. Which laptop's warranty is expired? Returns the list, plus an English explanation, the SQL query, and a plain language description of that query. Give me laptop details for Shabu.
There is one laptop assigned to Shabu Varghese, who is the head of technology. The laptop is an Apple MacBook Pro, located in the United States, and is currently in use. The serial number is FWFWP3PFHW25. The laptop was under warranty from January 1st, 2018 to January 1st, 2019, but is now out of warranty. The license type associated with this laptop is Office 365 E3. This SQL query is searching for all laptop records in the assets_laptop_v2 table where the assignee's name contains Shabu, case insensitive, and the laptop is not marked as deleted, either is _deleted as null or equals 0. It returns all available details for those laptops.
Any assets with a warranty expiring in the next year? Let's try for a nested query. Which assets does Angelina have?
This SQL query is searching for all assets assigned to someone named Angelina in 2 different asset tables, one for her laptops and one for other equipment. It looks for any records where the assignee's name contains Angelina, case insensitive, and where the asset has not been marked as deleted. The query combines results from both tables and returns detailed information about each asset, such as the assignee's name, position, email, asset model, serial number, location, warranty details, and other relevant fields.
Let's walk through CRUD operations. Let's add a laptop. A form appears.
What are you doing?
I'm just shifting in the laptop.
You just can't stop it in between, right?
On.
And the action is logged. Same flow, but equipment specific fields.
A new equipment item will be added to your asset management system with all the details you provided, and you will receive a confirmation with the unique ID assigned to this equipment. This helps you keep track of your equipment inventory and ensures all relevant information is stored for future reference.
Let's modify the data. Change name Kevin Cecil to Kevin. Shows the update statement I confirm change is applied and logged.
All laptops or assets that were previously assigned to Kevin Cecil will now show the assignee's name as simply Kevin. You will also receive a list of the IDs for the assets that were updated.
Let's delete a row. Delete laptop entry ID 184. Soft delete is proposed, confirmed, executed, and logged.
The laptop record with ID 184 will be marked as deleted in the system. This means it will no longer appear as an active laptop in your records, but the information is still stored in the database for reference or recovery if needed.
Hard deletes are blocked. All non-read actions are captured in action_logs with user, timestamp, query, and outcome. In the continuous compliance reports, I pick a date, click Generate Report, and TropRack builds a snapshot. Overall compliance. OS-based compliance. Devices that were compliant yesterday but not today. Reports are downloadable, with sensitive fields redacted. User management, super user only. As a super user, I can add colleagues. Email and strong password rules are enforced automatically. When I'm done, I click Logout to end the session securely. Meanwhile, every day at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, TropRack runs 3 automated jobs. Syncs fresh compliance data from Microsoft Intune. Scans for laptop warranties that are expired or expiring in 15 days. Emails summary reports and alerts, keeping everything up to date with zero manual work. This is an example of a compliance dashboard on LockThread powered by TropRack. It provides a snapshot of device compliance status across different operating systems, like Windows and macOS, and flags potential gaps related to frameworks like ISO 27001, SOC2, and ISO 9001. Right now, it gives us a helpful overview, showing compliant versus non-compliant devices, upcoming system check dates, and alerts for critical areas. That said, what we're envisioning for the future is a deeper integration, where TropRack could work hand in hand with LockThread's asset management. With that, we could automatically monitor alerts, run system checks, and identify which compliance controls might be at risk, all without manual intervention. To be clear, these aren't current capabilities of this dashboard, but a future-facing direction that would make continuous compliance smarter, faster, and more connected. That's TropRack, a secure, AI-powered platform built for intelligent asset tracking and effortless compliance. From streamlined login and real-time asset insights, to conversational CRUD operations, automated compliance reports, and daily scheduled syncs, TrackRAK is designed to simplify IT operations while keeping your data audit ready. Looking ahead, we envision deeper integration with platforms like LockThread, where TropRack can proactively monitor assets and flag compliance risks, directly mapping them through frameworks like ISO 27001, SOC2, and beyond. This would eliminate manual checks and provide end-to-end visibility into asset health and regulatory alignment. TropRack is not just built for today, it's built for what's next. We're excited about its journey, and we'd love to explore how it can support yours. That concludes the TropRack walkthrough. Thank you once again for your time and attention. We're happy to answer any questions.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, do you anticipate anybody using the system to converse for those daily operations, which could pretty much be on a click of a button? Do you see a use case for that?
Yes. We're seeing multiple use cases for it. We show one situation here, which is asset management that would be manually done by IT right now, but we can see this being translated to HR, employee onboarding, offboarding as well as one of the examples for HR onboarding is the compliance that they would have to do and training that they would have to get done. And so we see it also tend to auditing processes that HR would also have to conduct. So we need it to be expandable, and that's what we're hoping to do with it as well.
You'll have to start mimicking more modern product design, because from a design perspective, I think it doesn't match with what may happen on a day-to-day basis. So somebody who's an end user of the product may not choose to use it the way it was designed. So, a little bit of more thought into the product itself, which is good. I mean, you guys did this in 10 days, which is amazing, right? So great start, but I think you guys should put more thought into it because I think it's a well-designed product.
Thank you.
One question, is it, this is Zia here. I didn't know the architecture well, but I'm assuming that Microsoft Intune is that end device management that scans the device points. Is that right?
Yeah, currently, the Cirrus Labs device data is maintained in Excel sheets. So we started with making it automating, and we observed our IT is moving towards using the Intune device for now from Microsoft, and some of the data is present in Intune, wherein we get some of the compliance data and more details are there. So our goal is to combine everything in one platform and expand it for other HR or any other department and give a compliance ready platform with TrackRack.
Okay, I got it. Okay. Well, one thing just to keep in the back of mind is when you scale this at an enterprise level with different data coming in, it could be Excel, it could be Intune, it could be multiple sources. Normalization of data is important. I don't know how you plan to do the normalization of data.
For now, these kind of use cases, I probably prefer, it would be in either databases or Excels, CSVs. And yeah, if it is in Intune, again, it's in table format. So it is expandable to these kind of data. And if it is in text format, we can expand it with the features and take it like how we need and structure it. And then again, while integrating with compliance or other features, we can standardize the data while storing it with the TrackRack.
Yeah, I'm talking about standardization. You have to normalize it to be used for reporting or for lock or any other, compliance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now we've chosen to show the SQL queries as well, but when it comes down to regular employees using it on a daily basis, normalization of data in terms of taking in different kinds of images, PDFs, all of that, and from a user perspective, making it more user-friendly also, but for the sake of the hackathon, we chose to show the process more in depth.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So your CRUD operations work on an NLP, right? You have an NLP engine that translates whatever is your language into CRUD, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Good job.
Just one question from my end. So, how good are the query results? I mean, what are the SQL query, that your engine is getting created? How are you tracking the accuracy of it?
For now, we started with it, so rigorous testing is not done. So, but when I checked on higher level, the results are quite good, and the best practices have been followed. Since they are allowing like only the allowed tables, and then schema has been sent before generating the queries, which makes it because we know LLM will hallucinate, whereas with schemas the hallucination score goes low. I don't have numbers with me now, but the results are quite good. Some of the queries we showed wherein like the nested queries are running well as well. But for advanced features, maybe the prompt need to be updated for the new things which we need to do kind. But for now, on the higher level, the query is really good.
So, I make a comment, guys, to Santosh.
Yeah.
I just got off a call with the Lion Guard today, okay? It's a very interesting discussion from a business case perspective, okay? So we are going to be doing a CIS 5, top 5 integration with them. The CIS number one control is asset management.
Right.
The first control. So so I see a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is from an operational perspective where an end user is going to go in and actually type in and say, hey, change the name of this person from this person to this person. Those are great from a POC perspective. But the value I see is if this can be sort of a mobile capable voice enabled app where a CISO or a chief risk officer can ask a question, right? There I think there's value, right? So think of a very usable single snapshot view of here's my asset inventory today, and then as a chief risk officer, I'm asking the questions because I think what I saw today was more of an operational tool.
Yeah.
I think the value in the voice enablement will be more from a executive view.
Yeah. No, I think there are use cases all around it. I think we can really prioritize. I think the value of this is definitely there. And I think if we get the quality of data and the quality of answers, because I already know Shubhu has more than one laptop. You guys only captured one. He has at least 15. That he doesn't report back to us, right? So anyway.
And Naeem, just like Lion Guard is an inspector out there, right? Which is really inspecting assets out there and Endure and stuff like that. This is basically a smart integration into LogThread. It's actually the dashboard that you saw is an Cirrus Labs LogThread tenant that Cirrus Labs, and it's actually verifying the compliance of the 4 standards that Cirrus Labs actually uses every day to make sure that we are compliant continuously.
Yeah. This is a POC, this sort of a POC from my viewpoint where I see it as an add-on, right?
Exactly.
Like I'm saying, it's think about it as an additional, not just from an operational perspective, but from a reporting perspective, right? The ability for someone to be remotely querying using voice. What kind of queries will they ask for, right? That would be, I'm just saying that I can see that as a very useful thing.
Exactly. Perfect. Yeah, because when we design an AI system, I don't anticipate anybody manually entering in a serial number for a laptop in its eventuality, right? That should not be our goal because I know some of that is being done. It's great to have that feature, but let us figure out, like I said, it's a very good POC. I think there's a lot of scope. We'll have to, like Naeem said, figure out where are the top 10 use cases for somebody doing asset management for compliance, and then figure out what would be the best kind of user experience around that. Then I think we were winning. Like Naeem, again, if you remember, these are all the accelerators sitting on the 4 tracks that we have that Cirrus Labs is building that feed all that data back into LogThread. And for us, it's a sale of LogThread and its eventuality also from the CL side to say, hey, here are our accelerators that come and do X, Y, Z, and you're going to get continuous compliance. Here is for asset management. Here it is for process. Here it is for something else, infrastructure. That's the eventuality for us. So this is one vestige that you guys saw.
Naeem, this is a good point you make. It's good. It's a good, nice bolt-on to LogThread, and from a reporting perspective as well. And then there are some good tools, products out there that we were thinking of integrating for that the risk for endpoint risk management. This may be something that we could probably steer in this if the POC goes forward, we should probably steer in that direction.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. I mean, I'm digging it.
Right. I think we're on time, guys. Let's move on to the next one. Let's keep moving. Perfect. Good job, team.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
see our screen? Are we audible?
So this can integrate application like and pull data from just one use cases
speaker
यहाँ पे मेरे पूरा व्यू आता है विंडोज मैक ये इसमें नहीं
You have the remote.
हाँ, that's why executive see like quick reports. हाँ. Otherwise, there's nothing new. Like asset management, ideas are very
Am I audible?
You'll have to go with one of my picking up one.
No, the other one is
Yeah. Let's make this seamless for the next one, okay? Don't waste so much time in the transition. Be ready to do your presentations. You're wasting too much time on this, so please be ready on the next one.
All right, so we are here to look at a problem which is on our day-to-day operations basically. The product name is HireHut.ai. We're trying to solve a problem with the talent acquisition process, hire faster, smarter, and seamlessly. What are we trying to do? Today, recruitment is just not slow, but it's becoming expensive because you're losing a lot of money in terms of productivity for the unfilled roles, and also spending a lot of time, which is about 60 to 70% on repetitive tasks. We are trying to automate certain things which can be taken away from the recruiters, helping them focus on the major tasks like building relationship with the candidates and making smarter, human-centered hiring decisions, also helping in brand building for the organization and the projects that we work on. And that's what exactly we are trying to do with this particular platform. A quick look at the team. So we have Akash, who's the team lead. We have Shreya, who's from the talent acquisition team. Raksha from the QA, who's the tester, and we have Vinayak, who's the project intern. And since I a part of the talent acquisition team, I'm the mentor for this team as well. What are we trying to solve? We're trying to solve today. Recruitment is pretty much fragmented. We are using multiple tools, which slows down our process and also, increases the operational cost. We are pretty delayed and disjointed sometimes in the hiring process because there are multiple angles to a process, from a resume reviewing to assessment to scheduling tedious and time-consuming interviews. Candidate experience, which is the most important from a brand building or from an organization or an employee onboarding perspective. There are a lot of inconsistencies, which delays in communication, and that creates a lot of frustration and drop-offs. Of course, all this because of lack of automation and scalability, and that's what we're going to try to address today. What is the outcome that we are looking at? Saving about 40-50% on different tools that we use. Eliminating some kind of cost which will be revenue saved as revenue earned. So, many of those incentives, talking to panels who are outside of the company because we don't have those expertise within the organization for interviewing. Accuracy of these technical assessments, reducing our hiring time by 60% by removing the dependency on the interviewer availability. Automating maximum mundane tasks, manual tasks, which will free up the recruiters to do some strategic work. Scaling the candidate without any candidate experience rather without any additional recruiter headcount. This will also help us lower the miss-hire rates by improving assessment overall. The last slide, what is it that we're going to solve, or what does this technical solution, or the technical solution that this product is going to give you is, it's going to completely automate the candidate evaluation process, interview scheduling through AI-driven modules, report and analytics through the dashboards. The core feature that includes in this is resume parsing, AI-led interviews, which means we don't want the recruiters to do even the first level of interviews other than getting them onto the call, but that's what we're looking at. Real-time intelligent video calls, auto-generated reports, which is the need of the hour as well. Calendar integrated scheduling, which is again using through AI with no human intervention, and also contract tracker, which is an extended feature that we're trying to build in, which will let us know people coming on bench by letting us know the information maybe 15 days, 20 days in advance. Basically trying to eliminate the dependency on the interviewer availability and manual coordination, trying to enhance the process by giving the human touch to it. I would want quickly the team here. So Akash is online with us, and I also have the team here. So a 10-second introduction by the team because they wanted to speak through. So just the team could introduce themselves, and then we will go on to the demo for this product.
Hi everyone, so I'm Raksha, I'm RS intern at Cirrus Labs. So I have tested, I have put all my efforts on manual testing, and I have tested the basic and critical features of the application, and I have designed the test cases as well. So I have reported and tracked the defect as well. So I have make sure that hierarchies are reliable and ensure that it is working fine. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Shreya and I'm from the talent acquisition team. Since we've built an application which is based on the HR platform, my role here was to let the team know the entire end-to-end process, talent acquisition process that we follow, and also to let them know what are the challenges that we face on a daily basis, and also how we can improve the monotonous tasks that we do on a daily basis, that which will help to improve the time and cost as well. And also giving the constant feedback on the product that we built. So major part of my role in this project was to let the team know what is that we do on a daily basis. Over to
Hi, I'm Vinaya. So in this project I worked on mainly two areas. First was making clear and concise reports on the applicant. So
is this coming? I can hear something.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So in this project, I focused on two areas. First being mainly making clear and concise reports for the recruiters to get understanding of the applicant skills. And in the second, I worked on the security basis of the project, where I helped to secure the data from end to end.
Thank you. Last but not the least, Akash, if you're there on the set, can you go ahead and get the demo and introduce yourself and get the demo also started?
Sure. So hello everyone, I'm Akash. So I'm working as the lead here on this project. So I'm mostly engaged in developing this solution. With that, I'll go and I'll share my screen so we can look at the demo. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yeah.
Okay. So so I'm on the Hired platform. The demo link is also there in the PPT, and we'll share it with you as well if you want to try. So I'll quickly go and log into this platform. So so here we are on the platform's main page, and as we can see here, we have a lot of jobs listed here, and we are going to talk about that in a moment. So first thing first that we want to do in the hiring processes, we want to fill in the job description for which we want to hire. Okay. Is the screen visible again? Because I saw it went. Yeah. So first thing is I'm going to add the job here. Maybe the can you please, yeah, thank you. So I'm going to add a job. Let's say I want to add a full stack JavaScript engineer with package of, let's say we give some 15 LP, okay? Okay. And also I want experience as, let's say, 3 years, okay? I mean, you can do this at your manual forms also, but in the age of AI, we wanted to automate this process. That's why we'll be using our AI tool to list the job for you. So we can see the job is listed here. Now next thing is I'm going to open here and I'm going to add a resume here and we will see how this flow works. So for the sake of demo, I'm going to use my resume here. So now the thing is, when I upload my resume, it's going to screen it. It's going to just tell me like whether my resume is matching the given job description or not. And as we can see, the matching is above 80%. And whenever we see a candidate matching 80%, automated call is being scheduled for the candidate. So then the automated interview can happen. And for that to see, let's go to our calendar and we will see. Okay, I'll just plot, and you can see our interview which is scheduled with me. And right now I'm acting as a candidate here for this portal. So I've also got an email with the same meeting link. So this is my meeting thing. So now what I'll do is I'll quickly go into meeting. I'll just take 5 minutes to show you how this AI interaction everything works, and then we'll come back to this dashboard. So with that, I'll put in my name. And if you don't hear audio coming from the system, just let me know because I hope it should be good. So this is the panel. So hey, hi Lily, how are you?
Hello and welcome. My name is Lily, and I'll be conducting your technical interview today. Why don't we start by having you introduce yourself, and then you can tell me a bit about your technical skills and experience.
Sure. So Lily, I'm Akash. I'm a full stack engineer, primarily working in JavaScript. I have my expertise mostly around React.js. I can also build backend with Node.js and some experiences in building some scalable products. So that's what I do. Do you have any particular question about it?
Thank you for the introduction, Akash. It's great to hear about your skills in JavaScript, React.js, and Node.js. Could you tell me a bit more about a project you've worked on that involved building a scalable product? I'm particularly interested in the challenges you faced and how you overcame them.
Sure, Lily. So I recently built a project. It's about automation dashboard, which talks about a lot of infrastructure, cloud, monitoring, and for that I use some real-world APIs from different vendors. So that's the kind of project I worked with. So yeah, that's what it is. Lily, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you for sharing that. An automation dashboard for infrastructure cloud monitoring sounds intriguing. Could you elaborate on the specific challenges you encountered while integrating different vendors' APIs and how you ensured the scalability and reliability of the dashboard?
Okay, so Lily, can you please rephrase this question? I didn't get you what you're trying to say. Sorry for that.
No problem, Akash. Let me rephrase it. When you were integrating various vendors' APIs for your automation dashboard, what were some challenges you faced? Additionally, how did you ensure that the dashboard remained scalable and reliable as it grew?
Yeah, so first thing is the APIs were very dynamic. They have web sockets and all, so I'm not very experienced there. So it was kind of challenge for me to integrate all those real-time APIs. At the same time, different vendors have their different schema and everything, which made it harder for me. So that was a challenge for me while integrating multiple vendors' API and everything to this project too.
It sounds like you tackled some complex challenges. Working with dynamic APIs and real-time data can be tricky, especially when dealing with different schemas from various vendors. How did you approach handling these differences and ensuring the real-time integration worked smoothly across the board?
Lily, sorry, actually, I had to jump off. I have a presentation going on and my managers they'll not allow me to stay here anymore for my job. So just allow me to reschedule this call tomorrow. Is that fine for you?
Of course, Akash. I understand that you need to attend to your presentation. Let's reschedule the call for a time that works best for you tomorrow.
Sure.
Just let me know when you're...
Sure. Thank you, Lily. Nice to meet you. So, I came back to the dashboard. So, as we saw here, right, I went to the call happened, and we saw like how interactive this was, right? Even I tried to do something which was not in the plot, like I just wanted to come out of the call, and we saw it just helped us to get through this, okay? So now quickly I'll talk about the things. Here's the recordings and all that we can get into, like just like I went into the call, right? So as a person who want to just go and see like what happened in that interview, right? You can see everything like the transcript, the recording of that call. And also let's say now the evaluation that we need to look at, right? So this is the evaluation report for the call that just happened with the candidate, which was me. So you can see my communication skill, my confidence, my skills in particular about my technology that I talked about, right? And some highlights of the conversation. And yeah, a final verdict. It's not biased. I didn't ask him to approve me. This is what system did based on the conversation we had. So this is kind of a summary you will get, right? After all that happens. Also, not just that, this is the flow, like how interview happen, how the process works. But at the same time, you can also look at the dashboard where you get a detailed view on like how many interviews happen, what is the average score, what's the pass rate, right? And lot many things that you see in the dashboards. At the same time, you have this Ask AI for quick results. What it does for you is, let's say now you are an admin or let's say a management, someone who want to get into account level info, like how many people, let's say, get into Deloitte this week, how many employee opening that we have. So all these things you can type in, the system will give you all these answers, and you can talk anything about the system or data like that. So yeah, with that I think I'm done with the intro part. So we can come back to our deck, and if there is any question, I'm open to.
Akash, can you run that? Is that LLM query ready?
Yeah, it is. I can show you.
Just run anything.
Sure. So I'll say like, I'll just say how many interviews scheduled for today. Give me 3 days. Oh, a typical bad thing. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. I think you might have, okay, but that's good to know that that exists, right? So that's a very important piece of what we're looking. Okay, very good.
Yeah, and part of this.
One quick question, Akash. Okay, this is fantastic. You know, when you started the presentation, you uploaded the resume, right? Can you go back to that spot?
Sure. Yeah, here.
Yeah. So just go ahead and upload the resume, something in your resume. I just wanted to ask a question here.
Yeah.
Right here. So Santosh, this might be really, really valuable, right? So there is a 85% match, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You know what is missing here is if it could come back and tell you in this same screen what are the skills or the experiences missing that are described in the job description that this particular candidate doesn't have.
Yeah.
Right, and it would be useful to construct some questions when you're training the LLM to ask specifically for that, because not every experience is listed. You might have worked on something, but you haven't put it on your resume.
Yeah.
Right. So it would be useful to actually use that also as a parameter.
Yeah.
Even just for internal, if our HR is uploading, talent is uploading this, and they find the 3 things that are missing, those are the questions we are asking. I think it will be.
And then there's a secondary level of match percentage going up, and we can share this with our customers, right? This is the best part. Give them the entire thing. They can see the interview, they can see the score, they can see the assessment, everything else, and there are no more excuses, no humans involved in that interaction for them to now say yes or no, right? Other than that calls that the talent acquisition team has to make, right? So that makes it really awesome. So that's great, guys. This is a great.
So the only thing is
design, both from a design perspective and from a tech perspective, I think it looks very good. So yeah, good job.
So the only thing on the comments was like, can we add a coding exercise to that interview cycle, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, which can actually give you more perfect results. For example, full stack, right? Maybe it's actually giving like a coding exercise or a scenario-based problem, which can actually give you more better results to be showcased.
And I think we should make Lily a real person there, okay? If we can get the animation, I think that makes that experience more wholesome than a non-videoed Lily.
So basically the
avatar part, correct?
Yeah. Not only avatar, it could actually be a real person's avatar, not the comic avatar, right? But if you can have actually take any image and then like we've done, right? Some of the annotation tools that we've used, I think that would be good to have there too. Good.
Yeah, there's actually something from ribbon.ai. You can actually look at that attached.
Sure. Feedback noted. I'll work on that. Thank you.
Awesome. Good job. Good job. Good job. Go to the main console. You cannot use the laptop, please.
Alright, I'll stop it. That's fine.
Next.
Input, right? I mean, Akash, I think Samhita, you're also aware, right? Shibu also might remember. So we have built this resume miner, right? I think last year, where, and especially the part where the job description matching against the CV, the profile, right? That particular part was kind of covered in the resume miner. So I don't know if that is something we can probably kind of utilize over here, kind of. So that's the probably that could be something is probably useful.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if this is kind of created something different.
So we can take inspiration from that. But, for most part of it, I think the way we have done it, like architecture-wise and the matching, even there also I was involved. So I know like the matching percentage, everything we have worked more technically here. So this is more accurate than what we did last year. But obviously, yeah, we can take inspiration.
And next week it will not be as accurate as the new model. So there goes.
Exactly. That's the truth of the same.
Yeah, but in that we also capture those additional items, right? Why the matching, what is not matching, and like what Sampath is talking about, right? Some of the right? So some of the missing skills and all those things are also shown like a summary report. So those are some of the things probably you can kind of utilize, or at least.
Yes, sure, Nathan. Yeah, actually, yeah, all this thing is in our pipeline, just like in the small span that we had, right? We just try to focus on a happy path that we can show you, and which, yeah. But yeah, I agree.
Cool. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, good job.
Good job, Dave.
Thank you.
Next week.
Alright, we'll have next week. Mahesh, are you ready?
Hello everyone. Yep, I'm
That
good.
is what we asked. It says that they have their own models running, right? Who's the next after?
Hi all. Please let me know once you are successful.
Yeah.
So I just want to pass a disclaimer request. So I was like kind of a little didn't do related to AR. It's kind of a blockchain and a Web3 kind of application. Yeah, I just added a like kind of a small POC of POC kind of an application to just show the capability of how we can build use the leverage the blockchain technology and build the applications kind of a D apps or Web3 apps, which is like still growing in kind of phase, but I just want to showcase one kind of application. So that's where we started. So we all know like Bitcoin is one of the very successful use case which has been built on top of the blockchain, and there is like how it became popular and many people have been using it. So that means trust on the blockchain and doing the transaction on the blockchain has been increased. So the main reason why we are going to use the blockchain is basically it's completely decentralized. there is no enterprise or any kind of entity in between. So it's like user can interact with another user and put kind of an encryptions and the digital transparency and confidence. So they were able to do the transactions and everything's done. And that's how the Bitcoin transactions have been happening. So on top of it, so I was just wondering like kind of a P2P lending the application. Same like it's just the Bitcoin if you take or Ethereum or anything, it's just a transaction transfer. And P2P lending is nothing but, for example, if you want to take anybody, like these days anyone definitely either they invest or they borrow based on the needs. So if you go to the traditional banks, for example, in USA, if I go for a personal loan, I have to pay 10%. But if I want to deposit my money, if even with the CDs, they offer only 5%. So there is so much middleman is like kind of taking away kind of things. So if we build kind of a DeFi application, so of course like non-blockchain related DeFi, there is Sophie and there is Prosper. Even though they were like P2P, there were so many like institutional investors been there. That's why those didn't become much popular. But whereas if we build a platform really using the website, there is transfer. It's very clear, like you can see every transaction where it's coming from, how many people are involved, who is lending, kind of thing. It's all open on the blockchain. So that's why the trust will definitely increase. And it will kind of create confidence and trust with the people. And the use case is very simple, like if somebody want to need a loan or something, they can apply a loan on this platform, or they want to borrow, they can they want to invest, they can fund, they can browse the loans, some of the details, and they can fund the loan, any of them. It's kind of investing. And yes, it's a third party, it's not an institution. Nobody has a trust, means everybody was worried about trust. There are some platforms where they provide the insurance to loan by taking some certain percentage. So it's still kind of a possible kind of scenario where we integrate something like KYC and compliance related and DeFi exchange. If we integrate a complete kind of an ecosystem, it definitely becomes a very good use case for a normal population. So I just told a few things. The POC what we have built, as I just mentioned, it's a simple lending kind of. You can borrow or invest or repay. And what it's going to for the platform is, since we are building a Web3 application and we are going to create a smart contracts and all this stuff, all the transactions, we can do a charge on certain percentage when the transaction executes. So the platform gets a small percentage of what has been transaction, maybe when they do the repayments or kind of things. So here I'm doing like if they take $10,000, maybe I'm charging like $1, $2 as a transaction fee when they repay kind of things, because it's not really costful for a Web3 platform because it's all runs on blockchain. So it's very less cost even for the platform to be done. And some of the technical stacks I'm using, mostly the Solidity for building the smart contracts and HTML, JavaScript. I'm actually using AI tools to generate the UI. I couldn't get much time to really build, so I just used Google Stitch AI to generate some UX. And it generated HTML and JavaScript, so I just stick with it instead of going with a React or something. Did anybody have any questions? Okay, I'll take it as no questions. So the smart contracts, I'm using the Ethereum-based blockchain. So I'm using the Solidity and the wallet provider MetaMask, and the blockchain I'm using the Avalanche Fuji because it has the fastest and the cheapest transaction rate. So that is the reason I'm just using that. And the other DevOps related, I'm using the Vercel, which is like free kind of a tool for building basic static website deployment kind of things. I'll jump into the demo. Before I jump into the demo, does anybody have any questions?
Okay.
So I'll actually start from scratch. Means thinking that there is no user. It's kind of a user who is not related to blockchain. So I just want to know like how two fields when they come to this platform. So the moment we come to the platform, so when with traditional accounts, we all know like we need to go to the bank and we have to open the account. So when it comes to the blockchain, how the account opens, like how we do is crypto wallets. So basically, we generate a crypto encrypted private key and the public key. And of course, we don't do all that stuff. There are so many tools like extension. One of the famous one is the MetaMask, which will take care for us for that. Means even in US, I think most of the people use Coinbase. In India, WazirX. In the backend, they all do the same thing. And for the developers, most of the people use the MetaMask because it's really user friendly. It's kind of a development ecosystem that it provides. It's a lot. So I just create a new wallet. I'm going to just create some temporary password. So even though I'm creating the wallet, it doesn't store anything on the MetaMask. It stores everything in our Chrome. Is the reason it says that security wallet. It will actually provide me the secret key which I have to store. That is actually code to what my account owns. So I can recover my account only with this master key. For now, I just ignore. I'll just rely on this MetaMask. I'll tell like you can hold it. So I can download it anytime, but for this demo, watch for it. Okay, now I created this MetaMask account. This is my account address. So now I have the crypto account. So now, obviously, any transaction on the blockchain, I need to pay the gas fee. So that is very minimal, even a 1 cent, but I need to have. So since this is a testnet, I will go with the faucet and get some.
They are not like it because they are not into. They don't want to enter the merge.
So we get from faucet.
But it's already there in the market.
So I can fund my wallet for this demo.
What are we winning?
Deposit and lending money. Huh? Deposit or lend money. Centralized financial system.
It says I have requested so many testnet, so it says like I have to wait some time, but let me try another browser. Sometimes it works.
For financial transactions auditing, we can trace through crypto.
Okay, I'll demo with my existing account so that way I don't need to fund new accounts. Please give access. Okay, so now I'll just show how the login works. It's, I'll disconnect from my MetaMask wallet. So whenever we log in, it will show, this application shows a pop-up says that asking like MetaMask as an option whether you really trust this application or you want to connect. So for now I'll just connect. My account is connected with this new POC application. So here all the UX is generated by Stitch actually. So I'm just using the Stitch to generate. Basically, just use the AI commands and it will give me the HTML code. I'm just the HTML and just added some JavaScript to show this functionality. So for the investor, they can do the grant loans, or they can, for the new borrower, they can apply for and then click the grant loans. So if you see, these are the records on right now on the blockchain. So what it does is this platform. There is no backend here, so it's only the UI static pages. It goes to this blockchain. There is a smart contract, which I have added the address in the static JavaScript file. So it reads the data from the blockchain, and based on that, there are like different loans. Every entry is each record, like each person, like this address is the borrower address, and the amount they requested, and whatever the payment score they keep down, kind of. Either the status, it could be funded, in progress, or something. Since if you see, this is like my address 060E6, so I'm the borrower, so I just see some status and kind of thing. Since this is also borrower, I requested a loan. Somebody funded it, so I have an option to repay. And this guy is a different person, 03CX. So now, if I'm an investor, I can fund this loan. So this is one option for the investor. So I'll just show this one as a point of view. Since somebody has requested the loan, right? I'll just simply go ahead and fund it. The moment I fund it, right? So it will again the MetaMask, because MetaMask is the one which is storing the my kind of account details. So it has all the kind of the cryptocurrency or something. So it will show me like how much amount. It's less than 0.001 watts, because for the testnet I just given very minute. So I confirm the transaction. It will show once confirmed. And since it's a blockchain, it has to create the block. It will take a minute or so to completely show the transaction. Means it's still not refreshed the block. We can also see the transactions here in the list. This account fund loan confirmed, but it's not yet committed to the blockchain, it seems. Yep, now it's funded. So we just granted my transferred money to this guy, and it's funded. And I'll also show the repay option, since I have the buttons enabled here. Since I borrowed some loan, this account basically, so I can repay this loan. And this also directly goes to the blockchain. And what it does is the smart contracts will take care of once you repay, it goes to the smart contract, and smart contract sends to the investor who invested. Before it sends, it will also detect some minute charge which we spoke about. It goes to the contract owner, which is like basically the POC owner, whoever deployed the contract, that owner. And transaction is successful. And yeah, this was fast actually. And we can also see these transactions on the blockchain. So this is Avalanche testnet blockchain explorer. So we can see some blockchain transaction details. Mostly we'll see the values, the amount of what we do. And of course, this is not shown me in some transactions. So there are the transactions. So from this account to this account, this account to this account, there is some value has been transferred. So that it shows this is the fee it's been transferred, and this is the total loan amount it's been transferred. So there are some details we can still see. I just showed the fund option, repay option, and I'll also show the apply loan. So for example,
It's a quick question here, right? Is it doing a Bitcoin to Bitcoin transaction?
The Bitcoin is different currency.
So what's the protocol being used here?
So this one is using Avalanche. AVAX. So AVAX is used by the Avalanche blockchain, since Bitcoin is very expensive now, because if we want to do it one section.
So what is this coin called? Is it called an Avalanche coin?
AVAX. It's being called as AVAX.
Yeah.
This is AVAX.
In the beginning, you talked about even using fiat currency versus AVAX versus anything else, correct? Or is it, it's all, even your fiat gets converted into AVAX?
So right now, that integration I have not done.
Then okay.
For this, I'm totally relying on AVAX. So the transaction from AVAX to AVAX itself. So there is a possibility we have to extend, means we have to integrate some like crypto exchange kind of functionality integrated. So that way we can fiat currency like dollars. They can invest directly using the dollar, but there is third-party platforms we have to integrate, so that I couldn't get chance to really get into the dollar to dollar, but I just relied on only the AVAX, two AVAX.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay.
I'll just show the final piece to just how we apply loan kind of somebody want to submit an application, like submit a loan application or something. So the moment they submit it, they have to sign the transaction because it's on their name or something. Confirm the transaction. So since it's a blockchain, okay, it's transaction free. Actually, it's a JavaScript error. I just now checked actually, but transaction has completed. After the transaction completed, there was some JavaScript error. But if we go to the browse loans, we definitely see that new loan has been requested, 7,000. Since I requested this loan, right, it will show us in progress. Now what I'm going to do is, I simply log out. I will disconnect my account, this account. So it's have multiple accounts. Like you can create any number of accounts you need in the MetaMask. I'll disconnect. I have connected with account 1. I disconnect it. So now what I do is I'll simply switch to account 2, just to mimic like this is a separate different person. Like account 2 is held by a different person, but just for POC purpose, we'll connect. So when I'm connected, yes, this is account connected. So now account is connected. So now since I am a different person, 0x69 and 0, this is a different person. So now if I reload this screen, I should see an option to fund loan. Means account 2 can fund the account 1. So now account 2 is nothing but another person is going to fund the account 1 kind of a loan. We'll wait for some seconds for the transaction to complete. It's funded successfully. Yeah, it is fast now. Yep. So this is funded kind of thing. So that's how simple transactions. Sorry, did anybody ask me? I just want to show yep. So this is a contract actually we have deployed, and this completely deployed to Avalanche C-Chain, which is a testnet. It's not the mainnet. So testnet is for testing for developers. So yeah, basically I see contracts on all the transactions. So contract has been created. Once the contract has been created, we have run some of the functions like fund loan, apply for the loan, repay the loan kind of. So all the transactions is transparent. We can see who has been transferring to whom. Means definitely you won't see the real names. But if you want, we can register the ETH. Ethereum is providing the naming conventions for address. So they can register the name, so their name will show. So, but there are many accounts. We can see every transaction is transparent. Everything is peer-to-peer. It's no third parties involved. Only the smart contract, which is all digitalized. Just this contract, and this UI is static HTML kind of thing. And everything is handled by the blockchain smart contracts. Committed to the blockchain.
So I have a quick question here, right? I know the demo is going on, but still. This Lendwise demo that you've created, this is something that we've prepared in the past 10 days? Or is it a platform that you're using on top of?
Correct. So this one means, hardly speaking, I didn't even get 10 days. I only got 2-3 hours. So I was thinking because our teammates like Arjun and Ishwant were really, they were following up with me, but I was busy with other client things or something. So we initially thought to build an application, but later I thought, okay, it will take time to show. So I tried some tools like AI tools. The Figma has wonderful things which generates the React JS or something. But even before Figma, the Google recently introduced, I think it's just 10 days or 15 days back before the hackathon has been announced. The stage has been introduced. So I just tried out the stage and it's generating the profiles for the POC, the screens, I think. So I was able to just use them for the POC, so I did not really get this one. And
I understand. The functionality part of it, right, where you are plugging it with Mask, the wallet, and the login part. How did you integrate that part?
Good. So I'll show the code, simple code. So that is one UX. UX will have the HTML JavaScript. Before going to that UX code, I'll show the content. So there is like, these are my contacts. It's like 100 lines of code, and even this one I didn't want to like spend so much time, so I just relied on the ChatGPT. So I just connected with ChatGPT and got that generated contracts. Means ideally I know like what actually has to be in the contracts. It generated a lot of code for me, but I didn't need to call the code. I just whatever I did, I just took the contract related one. So we have now so many AI tools where you can generate most of the code as long as you give the correct instructions. It's giving what I need. So I think the first this is the smart contract that has been generated. I just refactored, removed few of the details because smart contract can hold very minimal data because the blockchain is synchronized between many nodes, more than 1,000 or something. So we have to keep in mind every time we do a smart contract, the data has to be minimal because of data synchronization should be happening. Because everybody says like blockchain is like a concept where in internet similar to internet in 1950s, not in this 1960s. The processing speed is not yet enough for really transact full-fledged blockchain end-to-end application. So the Bitcoin is just a value. So you will have only one field, the value just transfer. So that is why it is so speed difference. Even for that, if you see the transaction fees, it's super high right now for the Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's why there are some things like Solana or Avalanche. They are building the platforms which can sustain in the future kind of things. So that's why data layer is very simple. We have to choose. So that is our blockchain. So I use some scripts, TypeScript files to just deploy those things kind of. So these are the test files I just did. And these are also generated by ChatGPT. So I just use them. And finally I have to plug. Of course, the ChatGPT cannot do everything together. So I have to plug few things, which is especially it's already open. So this is the script I have added some of the functions. So whenever the application opens, so we have a doubt about the MetaMask, right? So even the MetaMask, as I mentioned, it's very user friendly. So there are some already pre-built libraries like Ether.js is the one which has been very extensively used by any of the applications. So I just included its library and using its functions over there. And the MetaMask is one of the wallet. So we just added some code in the script.js to detect whether the window has the MetaMask or not. I think MetaMask wallet, and we just suggested to install the MetaMask and the network related details.
So, agreed, right? So for now, like we've had this platform that can do our basic operations of creating contracts and making transactions on crypto. What core are we doing on top of that? Like the core part of this one. What is something that is going to be? What is the thing that we built on this? Yeah, I understand the platform, the UI, the integration with the distributed network, right? So safe transactions and other things. So what are we building on top of that? We have something that we're using, a platform that we're using. So what is the core part of it?
So when we talk about the core part, it's not a complete end-to-end platform. I was able to build it. It's just like a POC of POC, as I just said. The capability of the blockchain, I just want to leverage and show how it's possible. And when we say the application, it's nothing but a peer-to-peer learning. Like any user, like if we bring this application live with adding few things like KYC providers, means if we want to run this application in the United States, it has to have some compliance need to be satisfied. So something like KYC has to verify once. Those that like if we open a Coinbase wallet or install a Coinbase app, it has some steps has to be done. Means initially it didn't have any rules and regulations, but later as it's evolving, the rules have been came in, so it has to follow it. And then finally, the next one is bank integration. So generally, normal users do not use the crypto directly, so they have to use the dollars, or we have to integrate some vendors like which supports the transactions exchange from dollars to the crypto world. It's a cryptocurrency, and from cryptocurrency we can lend it, and the like investor can invest it. In the back end, it converts to cryptocurrency, transfer to the borrower, and borrower it again converts to the fiat currency, and it directly gets deposited to them. So it's just kind of a lending platform which is possibility kind of built on top of it. And if you ask like, is this platform ready for that phase? No, this is not ready. This is just like a small grain of what has to be done to get that application production ready and that template. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Much more can be done on the pace. But yeah, looking for the part, yeah.
But I think, Mahesh, what is really interesting is you're using Stitch for the UI UX, and I think those screens have come out really well. So maybe that's a tutorial for another hackathon when we do is the ability to use Stitch for a lot of the other AI projects that we've been doing. So at least we are on the same sort of look and feel.
Yeah, I agree. The skill set there to get it up and running, plugging so many things. Excellent job.
Yeah, very good.
But I'm looking more on the platform utilization, right, from an IP perspective. What did we track?
Guys, hello. I think it's all a good conversation. We'll have to move on to the next team because 15 minutes is what we have allocated. Let's do a deep dive after this if necessary. All right. Paran, are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
All right, over to you. Again, let's try to time box it. 15 minutes is a slot allocated, otherwise we will be delayed and it will be late for both the teams.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Team Human Resource Process Automation Agent, HPAA, and the team members are Farhan Suro, Johid, and me, Fatma Noor. So everyday growing organization faces a common challenges, scaling internal support while maintaining speed, consistency, and efficiency. Multiple teams, for example, HR and customer support team, IT teams are buried under repetitive tasks, replying to common inquiries, managing tickets, requests, judging communication between employees and departments. These tasks are time-consuming, delay operations, and prone to inconsistency. To target this area, we built the HR Process Automation Agent platform, an agentic AI powered by system designed to take the load of human interactions and drive fast, accurate, and consistent support. One of our key features is the central information chatbot. It solves a major pain point, repetitive inquiries, questions from employees asking about policies to client needing service information. Instead of digging through documents or waiting on emails, users now get instant, accurate answers. The chatbot uses a smart semantic search powered by Pinecone, making company knowledge available in seconds. And our second feature is ticket management automation, which is a feature designed to remove the friction from internal service request. In many workplaces, requesting something as simple as a new laptop or system access means going through multiple portals, filling out forms, or sending follow-up emails. It's time-consuming, manual, and often inconsistent. Especially when third-party systems are involved, which adds operational expenses and maintenance complexity. We solve this problem by integrating ticket management directly into our central chatbot interface. Employees now log in with their unique ID and simply make natural language requests like, I need a new laptop, update my OS. They can also check and update tickets status, all within one place. Behind the scene, the system automatically creates the ticket, attaches relevant metadata, route it to the right team, and sends email notification. No extra portal, no manual tracking. Access control is managed by an employee designation. and the entire workflow is transparent and traceable. And our third key feature is customer support automation. This is a solution designed to take the pressure of support team overwhelmed by repetitive emails. Especially support teams often spend hours to going through inboxes, readings, responding to inquiries that are very much similar. The agent this support agent connect directly to the support inbox, automatically fetch unread emails, and perform a semantic analysis using our Pinecode powered vector database. This allows the system to understand the context of each inquiry and retrieve relevant information from company documents or prior interaction. This is our architectural diagram. We build the full entire application in Azure. We are using Pinecode and MySQL as our vector database and SQL database. In Azure, we are using Azure Web App to deploy our application. We are doing the entire coding in GitHub, and we build our CI/CD pipelines using GitHub Actions to deploy our Azure Container Registry to store our Docker image. And this is a snapshot of our MySQL data where we have the employee data, and this is the snapshot of our MySQL and the ticket status tracker data. And this is our event flow orchestration. We have shown this is the full architecture of our multi-agent orchestration, where a central agent routing the events to appropriate agents depending on the prompt we are giving our central chatbot. And here, yes.
Automation agent. We're showcasing the three team. This is HR process automation agent. We're showcasing the three key functionalities that we have built through our chat interface for this proof of concept. To start with, we have our identity and access management set up for a group of users. We will be logging in as these users to showcase each of the chatbot agents functionality. Let us begin by first logging in as a tech employee credentials and seeing what we can do. To set the stage, in many organizations, HR employees are inundated with repetitive questions from employees, ranging from simple policy clarifications to onboarding procedures. Employees often have to dig through outdated documents, send emails, or wait for HR responses that could take hours or even days. Similarly, potential clients seeking information about company services often face delays, needing to send emails and wait for replies, resulting in missed opportunities and a less responsive experience. This is our solution towards that. So once you have logged in, every user can query about information regarding Cirrus Labs. The chat interface source data is trained on Cirrus Labs information that was scraped from the website. Here are some sample queries, and you can see the output over here. One thing to note is that this interface has the ability to infer your historical questions and fine-tune its subsequent answers, maintaining chain of thought. If we ask it, what did I ask you in my previous question? You can see that it's able to answer that and maintain the chain of thought. This is our first value proposition, which is to provide Cirrus Labs employees with a Q&A chat interface that is trained on Cirrus Labs information and is able to respond with chain of thought in place. Let us now look at the second value proposition that we have built, which is around ticket management. Firstly, let me set the stage. In traditional workplaces, internal service requests like laptop assignments, onboarding equipment, or even system access involves going through multiple portals or sometimes involves tedious manual processes. Handling a third-party portal involves operating expenses and is even hard to maintain. So this is our solution towards resolving that. Raising a ticket through this interface is as simple as writing a prompt. It understands your level of access, evaluates access credentials with your prompt request, and creates the appropriate ticket. See here, we've asked it for wanting to request a new Azure cloud account. And you can see it generates the ticket. A cool feature to note is that this interface automatically sends the email through Google API to the concerned departments, in this case to IT. You can see here that the email has been generated and it contains all the metadata required to showcase the ticket. And this is all done through a single chat prompt from a unified interface. Let's say you want to look at the tickets that you have opened. You can ask, can you give me the list of tickets that I have opened? You can see that it also gives you that, and it gives you all the information required to track your tickets. Remember, we are logged in as a developer role, and this agent understands access management. So if you want to change the ticket status from pending to any other state, as a developer, we do not have permissions for that. Let's try it too and showcase it. We're going to ask, can we update this ticket to approved? We insert the ticket number inside the prompt itself. And you can see that the developer is not able to actually see or change the ticket status because they do not have the permissions for that. But let's say we log in as an IT person, so the IT person should be able to make some changes to the status. Logging in as our generic user, Alice Johnson, who is from the IT department, we're going to now check the list of tickets assigned to this IT person. We're going to prompt it, give us a list of tickets that are assigned to me. And you can see it pulls up the exact tickets that we previously generated. Now let's update the status to waiting for approval, which is normally the job of the IT person. And so they do have the access. I'm going to insert the ticket number. And you can see that it gives us a confirmation. After this update, the system is also sending an email to the respective user who created the ticket. This is our other user's Gmail account, and you can see that they have received an email saying that the status has been updated. Now let's check if the IT person is automatically able to move the ticket from waiting for approval to approved, which normally they shouldn't be able to do. This is another example we're going to use to showcase the access management that our agent understands. You can see it prevents the user logged in from being able to do that, and so we have enforced that access management and made sure those permissions are controlled. Now let's log in through the manager credentials and approve the ticket. We're logged in as David Lee, and we're going to prompt it, can you give us the list of tickets assigned to me? You can see we're talking about the same ticket that we've previously shown you. And can you update this ticket status to approved? I'm going to insert the ticket ID. Our job is running, the agent is processing. And you can see now that we received confirmation. Now the IT person will get the email that the ticket has been approved, and they will then perform the respective operations required of the ticket. While doing that, the IT person has the ability to switch the ticket from in progress to completed. Second value proposition, we're providing an end-to-end chat-based ticket management system integrating access control. Now let's talk about our final third value proposition that we have, which is around providing the ability to the customer support employees to be able to generate email response drafts for customer inquiries. Here's the context. Customer support teams are often overwhelmed with an endless stream of emails, especially those with repetitive, generic inquiries. Common challenges include time drain. Support agents spend hours reading through every email to triage, check out the risk, and respond manually, and monitor the entire life cycle of customer support. It's a redundant effort. Many inquiries follow similar patterns, and yet these customer support agents rewrite responses each time. This is our approach towards that, to solve that. Let's log in using the customer support employee credentials and check out this feature. Since our Pinecone database is trained on Cirrus Labs information documents, we're able to leverage that and respond to the customer inquiries and generate email drafts. We're going to prompt it, generate response drafts from your client emails. All that was in one prompt, making the customer support end-to-end cycle so much more easy. Just to quickly chime in over here, what this does over here when we prompt the agent for generating these email drafts, right? We have all these client emails coming in regarding any kind of requests for the customer support team. It's actually doing a vector search and analyzing all those emails and then generating out a tailored message. So that way you see that there's some vector analysis going on from the agent, and also it's giving you a tailored response that you can easily use from your drafts and send that out. Here, and solving that time drain and redundant effort. This is our third and final value proposition, and that's our demo. Thank you.
Good job, Farhan. And Farhan, what if I make a typo and when I'm typing in approved, what happens?
You're typing in a typo for the prompt?
Yeah.
Yes, so since the database and OpenAI has the ability to interpret any misspelled words, it does work, but there is an amount of testing that needs to be done, but it has a very good capability. We did test on some misplaced sentences and word framings, and it was able to pick up very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will be able to answer picking.
And again, like I said, right, through these cases, because what you're trying to sort of do, right, some of this stuff is it follows a sort of a workflow and it's very deterministic, right? AI may not be the best use case for a very determinist, because like I said, right, people can make errors in typing this stuff. Otherwise it would have been a drop down in a traditional system. Why do you think this has advantages over a traditional system?
So the idea was to provide a singular interface that does pretty much a bunch of tasks. Right? That's where we have one singular orchestrator that understands your prompt and routes that prompt to different agents that performing different tasks. So that was like the synopsis for our POC, and then we were able to find a couple of use cases where there was the work that is doing is pretty menial in nature, and there's no complex tasks. So we wanted to automate these menial jobs and give a quality time to the employees back, so that that can be used productively.
So how can we retrain? How can we retrain? For example, I have new data coming in. I have, let's say, new things inside Cirrus Labs intranet.
Yes, so it's as simple as giving another endpoint, Shibu. So what we have is what we have done currently is we've scraped the entire Cirrus Labs website. We process the data to make sure that the chain of thought exists, and we are handling the data in our Panco database, vector database. So it's as simple as giving giving another endpoint where you just add new data sets and update the files, and it automatically gives you the updated responses. For example, there's a policy change in our Cirrus Labs, right? You just change the policy and then send it to Panco database, and that will automatically update. Yep.
I think it's a good use case to even have on our website, not only for help desk, but also for people visiting our website. I think that would be a good spot. And it's not like a traditional agent, right? So it actually can get pretty deep into answering questions there. So that's good.
Yes. That's enhancements that we found out.
This quick thing on the
Let's take it.
So the first question, to answer your first question, right? The data that we are handling at the moment is publicly available data, which is the Cirrus Labs website data. But going forward, the idea was that if we are using internal policies
data, we'll probably use a private LLM to make sure that the data doesn't go out of the network of Cirrus Labs, and hence keeping the data secure, and the database that we can use a PG vector database to keep the database itself in our own network. So that's my answer on the privatization.
Apart from making it within a private LLM, the data by itself at rest, for example, you've got employee data sitting in your tables, right? If someone has access to the database, then it's very easy to look up all this information. So that's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah, so that's why I said that we can use a PG vector, Postgres vector database. Currently, what we're using is a free version of a Pinecone database, which is like a vector DB that's open source. But going forward, we can use a PG vector, Postgres vector database that can be deployable in our own network. And currently, we are using that in our Lockgrid, so we can probably use that and ensure that the data doesn't go out of the reach of it.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
All right, good job, guys.
Good job.
Quick thing on these, just a quick thing on these enhancements, right? This is the proof of concept about giving you all the information about Cirrus Labs based on what you want to inquire, right? One idea that I had was if you're going to a conference and you're going to talk to a huge crowd about Cirrus Labs, right? No one has the time to check out the entire website in its entirety. We could probably build like a custom GPT, and that basically follows the same exact kind of RAG-based framework that we've provided you with this chatbot. And that custom GPT would be trained on public key information of Cirrus Labs. But the thing is, it's like a tool, it's like a toy in like the crowd's hand, right? You could probably put up a QR code, everyone can scan it, everyone's got like ChatGPT 4.0 on their phones, and they can start using this GPT that's on the OpenAI marketplace, and just like start prompting it exactly like the kind of questions that they want to ask, right? If I want to ask a question about Cirrus Advisory, something within Cirrus Advisory that was done during the presentation, after the demo that you guys have, I can go and just like play with that thing, with myself. It's a great marketing tool, great initiative that I want to kind of enhance on. And that can also be like kind of used to talk about privacy policies for Cirrus Labs, something with regards to compliance posture. But yeah, these are things on enhancements. We could also build on future agents which handle HR payroll processing, where integration ADP takes place, or even agent for personal timesheet processing. We're going to integrate that suite.
That's excellent. So we're going to take you up on that, okay? I think that's a pretty needed thing for the organization. So you will definitely take this to the next level.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Good job. Yeah. Next team.
Just check. Share
Hello.
your screen.
Hello. Hello. Is it audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys can hear us, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, can you start? Yeah. Hey Asim, hi. How are you? I'm doing good. So we got a team of 50 people, 50 new joining. We need to create a course. I have a 300-page document. Can you please create for me?
Yeah, sure. If you allow 5 to 10 days, I can do.
create it. 5 to 10 days? No, I don't have that much of time. I have the meeting just in the evening, so I just need in 2 hours. And I know you can do it for me. Thanks. See you in the evening.
From the HPW.
How is this possible to create that much data?
It's very difficult to create within 2 hours.
Yeah, we need to sculpt those things and create the things.
It's a difficult thing. It will take time.
Hi Asim, hi Rohan.
Hi,
I have a solution. I have a solution for the problem that you people were discussing. So can I share that with you?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Please.
Fine, thank you. Thank you, team. Yes, we have a solution for whatever the problem that was discussed by our team. Yes, let me introduce first my team. Like we have Rohan, Yashwant, Nishant, Asim, Sindhu, and myself. And then we also have taken a small help from our interns. Yes, this is our team, and then what exactly is the solution that we have? First, let me start with the traditional problem with traditional learning. What exactly it is? The main problem with traditional learning is we need an domain expert. Okay, so like for example, I'm a cloud expert. Okay, I can deliver cloud training. I am a Java expert. I can deliver a training on Java testing. So we need to have a domain expert over there, and then to create a course and to create some assessments. Okay, so now yes, and the delivery and the learning is a very traditional monotonous way. Like I go on delivering, or there will be a video, or there will be a text that you go through, and then you complete your learning. So that is how it happens, and it's a very monotonous way of doing the teaching learning process. Okay, so yes, and we have very minimal personalization. So you might feel like what is this fellow talking crazy about? What is this personalization in a generic learning thing? Okay, so I have a solution for it. Okay, so yes. Yes, the solution that we have planned is gamified learning. What exactly is gamified learning? Yes, there can be, some of us might have already gone through a small gist of this gamified learning. We all would have been participated over here. But yes, we have something which is more enhanced and then more engaging over here. We have a solution that is called as gamified learning, and then we have games over there, and then which actually engages the learner in an enhanced way. Okay, so more engagement, more interaction. That is the and then we have a regular a learning platform. Okay, so we have a learning platform where AI is integrated, and then that AI actually boosts the learning experience. Okay,
so we also have the easy course creation, which we can create within like half an hour, 1 hour. We can create that course, and basically we are bringing up the AI-driven e-learning platform. And yeah, so this is another slide.
Yes. So what is actually that? Okay, just now as Nishant said, like we have an AI supported course creation. Okay, so what exactly is it? We have a demo for it. We have a live course creation that we will be doing. Okay, so then we have interactive quizzes. Probably that might be very common. We have games, actually micro games, which is new to us, most of us. Okay, so yes, how do we do this, and what is the who are the users? Okay, so users are our USP. Okay, who are the user? A training manager like me. Okay, who can actually train hundreds of employees, thousands of employees. Okay, using my tool. And yes, this will be helpful for a mother. Okay, who is trying to teach her grade 1 or kindergarten kid. Okay, so yes, there is a big difference actually over here. This tool can be, yes, a vast difference. Okay, this tool can be used by a single person, and it can be used by an organization like us. Okay, so yes, I think these are our yes elements or the features that we are having. We have a regular analytics, report management. That is which is typically available in any of our learning management system. I think yes, Nishant and Rohan, Asim, please take over. Thank you.
Okay, so we have the personas, as Raghavan said. Like, this is the persona what the admin or the training manager can design their course. Okay, so this is the prototype. Basically, we have this, course title, description, tags used for the searching of the course whatever we have created. So what is our USP? What is our USP is the how we can create course in a minimal time with the right precision. So that is the USP. Just go to upload content. So this is the second tab what we have, where user, let's say Asim, we have taken the example of Asim. He can upload the 300-page document over here, and our AI can drag out the information, can drag out the course, the learning cards, like within half an hour, the 45 minutes, or if the document is less, it can be in seconds also. So that is our USP. Then even we have some integrated libraries also, where we can select some policies, some controls, or some framework. So we can combine the external resource file, we can have the existing contents from our own library, and then we can go and attach and we can create that course. Okay, so once we attach the documents, once we have provided some more information, AI can process that content and it will create the AI content. Just go to next. So this is the learning cards. Basically, this is AI generated learning content, where we have these cards and we have this assessment question. So this learning card be used from the members to learn how they can learn for the, let's say, GRC or the medical coding, whatever they can learn from the HR perspective. We can also do it some some colleges and some organizations also. So, and these are the questions. After learning the content, they can go and they can read the questions. They can just go to the content. They can practice for this question. So it's a practice actually for the members also, and this is the view what admin or the manager can see. Then we have some micro games, some fun learning games over here. Yeah, so we have some like 8 games popping up over here. We have snake word match, fun shot shooter. So it's actually based on the what content AI given us. So the games will follow that content itself. We have created one game which is memory flip cards. We are going to show that. Also have some game settings, the difficulty level, the time limits, and whatever attempts that user can do. This is the actual assessment what we have generated from the AI. This is the assessment builder where we can put the passing score, limit, attempts, and then as per the points, we can given the points, that assessment will get created and users or the members can be evaluated. Yeah, then we have some settings where we can publish the scores, go to publish, where we can manage the access control, where we have some durations from which start and end date that course will be there. Do we also require some completion settings, issuing of the certificate? Do we need to send some notifications to the users also? So this is the last publish. Like this is the UI what that training manager or the admin can see. Just go to another persona. Okay. So this is the persona where the members or the learners can actually log in and they can utilize this AI-driven e-learning platform, where this is the content what we have derived from the PDF. Okay, so this is the learning card. They can go and they can learn about this introduction to GRC. They can see some key GRC components. They can go and read. The second thing is this is the MCQ. So this is MCQs for the practice. Okay, they can practice on this MCQ. So these are also generated from the admin, and it is the members view. We have some match. Just go to match. So this is also a practice questions for the members. Also, we have some true and false questions. This is the game. The last one is the game where user can go and they can start the game. So this is the memory match game what we have generated from the admin point of view, and it can appear over here. So this is like they are learning something, but they are not even knowing that they are gaining some knowledge through this assessment or this builder. Later on, we can create the assessment. User can go, they can appear for the assessment, and they can submit the assessment. So this is a prototype. Now we are going to show the actual demo, how our code is going to take the AI, like not the AI, take the files, 2 different files, and how it can create the content.
Basically, okay there, I understand. But just share the sort of product. I will see. Say, so the options are limitless. How do you see so
you can talk in that tone.
So yeah. So this is the actual course, the admin view, what we have built. Okay, so this is the course, like the design your course, like the way we have shown the prototype. Now we are going to upload one PDF. Okay, just go and upload the PDF. So we are going to browse a file, which is a PDF. So now we have 2 PDF. You can see one is CMR and one is another framework called FIFA. Okay, so I'm going to upload the CMR now. And how it will generate the course, you can see. Just generate the course. Now AI is reading that file and it will create a beautiful course content plus assessment based on the whatever input we have given to the AI. The same way, we can also generate for the FIFA PDF also, and it can also store the history. Let's say if I had generated this course on this day, it will create a history so that we can go and track back whatever course we have created in that day particular. Yeah, go to next. Yeah. So this is the actual content from the PDF itself, where we have some learning cards. We have some 3 cards now. And the questions, whatever questions we have derived from the PDF. So this is the assessment question. Let's say week 1, week 2. It depends on the what level we are going to utilize. Whether it's easy, it's intermediate, it's hard. So that's why we have designed this course. And user can utilize this course for their learning. Okay. Now just go and upload another PDF. It will create another course. If you look at it here, the learning card is different. If you upload the another PDF, it will create the different learning cards for the another PDF. So now we are going to upload the FIFA. It will create, it will take the same steps. We can even create some policies, controls, frameworks if we have some integrated resource library with the applications or with the product. So in this way, what we have solved the problem. Nowadays, like in e-learning platforms or the learning management system, the course creation, course maintenance, they need different topics, different domains are coming in market, and how we can create that course in an easy way. So yeah, it's generating a content for the FIFA PDF.
If we just have the content, we can just create the course.
So if you look at it here, now the learning cards are different, and those are based on the FIFA PDF. We have 7 cards, and we have more number of questions rather than CMR. Okay, CMR has the limited content, FIFA is having more content, and we have more questions. In the similar fashion, we can have many more PDFs, we can store this data, and we can publish for the user. Yeah, dashboard. So I will show you. So this is the view. How admin can create a course and how user can actually go for the course. So this is the dashboard, how that admin can see. Let's say my training manager is there and they want to see what Emma Wilson has done so far. So it's a learning progress, how many courses she has appeared, how many completed, how many in progress. This is the user activity. Then we can go for the certifications, modules and progress, how many modules she is in progress, how many completed. We can just get the data. And this is the compliance status. This is the compliance status overall for the Emma Wilson. We can see for any of the users. Yeah, even in the dashboard we have some smart recommendations for AI. Like we can get some alerts, some engagement opportunity from the AI itself. The 4th platform what we have, this is the chatbot, and in the chatbot, user can actually interact with the chatbot. They can select their whatever they need to understand, let's say from the courses. They can select the topic, and even they can select the resource, and they can understand or they can communicate with the chatbot, and they can create the questions and answers. So this is the chatbot what we have designed. Okay, so this is it from our side.
Quick questions. Amazing, guys. Loved it. Actually, the initial script. I was looking for the video where the video is being played. I didn't really look at the actual video of actual people calling the video out. Just two suggestions on this one, right? 300-page document to another set of texts. Can we look at some animations, right? Animations make a lot more easier. Diagrams make it even more better, right? There's one AI tool that takes up any of your huge textbooks, simplify it in small animations with actual personas playing that. One suggestion. Second suggestion is audiobooks, right? If you can convert this and I can drive to office and finish up a framework, perfect for me to take it up, right? So if I can just convert that and I can just plug into my Apple Play music play, perfect for me to listen in the drive rather than sitting on any screen time, right? So two options, definitely something viable to this. Last, I just want those suggestions. One last thing, did you use any platform for this learning and this one, or something that you guys built on your own?
This is been built by our own. It's been like an ideation. We thought to convert the existing materials into the digital learning platform. So nowadays we may have a lot of the materials with our handy, like PDF, textbooks like this. We are thinking on clicking of the camera of the lessons, adding to that and converting that into the digital form and distributing to.
Even we can upload pictures and the videos.
I understand, but this platform, right? This detail of all the content and your different stages that you've gone through, is this something you guys worked out as a part of your product?
It is purely designed by us, and you mentioned one thing like creating animation. Yes, we already have that. The first learning card that we displayed with an image. Actually, we have an option over there like. The trainer can put an option of generating a video or an animation, but audio is the one suggestion that you have given. Yes, that was not in our mind. Thanks for that. We can integrate it. Animation, 100% sure. We have already thought of it, and then it is part of our.
Let me ask a question here, right?
Yes, sir.
This is your best type of case where it's going to lead to a lot of hallucination from the LLM, right? Because you're talking 300, 400-page documents that you want the LLM to convert. I don't know how much training is there on the model for that conversion. Are you using OpenAI to convert it right now?
Santosh, as of now, we are using OpenAI. We have used Gemini for this as of now. But yes, we will actually narrow down to the LLM where actually a content can be converted into the questions or the learning cards, very specific. So as we had very limited time, we just use the OpenAI as of now.
No, that's okay. See guys, I want you guys to focus on the question. I'm asking a question about hallucination. I don't want to hear about what you're going to do in the future, right? So let's be very specific in your answer, right? How are you testing for the accuracy of your model today or tomorrow on hallucination for this type of use case?
Okay, so there we need actually a subject matter expert.
Yeah, okay.
We need a.
That's fine.
Yeah, even we need to validate what output.
But since you're giving the whole course as your RAG input, I mean, there's very little room. See, the LLM is mainly used how you want to summarize it and how you want to frame your question and other things. But the context is something they're giving you as a complete augmented document. So it should be within the context, yeah.
So you are thinking, Ayub, that even if you use OpenAI, contextually accurate is something we should expect out of this, correct?
Yeah, because the content is something you're delivering it to take from. So it will only take from the context of what you want to do. But this quality of how it's extracting and what it is doing and what depth and stuff like that is something that an LLM can be tuned for. But the content should always be from the code that you provide.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, for me, this is a wrapper on OpenAI, right? This is something easily replicable. But the biggest use case that I'm seeing as a pattern right now is we can use this. All these are actually very valid projects that we can use within our organization. And I think this is huge. I can understand, from a thingy, right? I see this as a replacement for any of the training platforms and ADP and all of that is there today. From a training perspective, I can start seeing lot of parallels in what you guys are building. So what you built is amazing. So good work there. Like you said, let us figure out how we can hone it, how we can get our organization compliant on training. Again, another use case for me, it keeps going back to LogThread, right? Any organization we sell this to and they want to see compliance on their training, this is the system that we can also sell as, hey, it's a part and parcel of it that fills in all of the thing for the entire organization, tells you how compliant you are with your training processes. Excellent.
I think a couple of things I wanted to ask and some comments. Okay, first of all, who has done the user experience for this?
I have done. Asim has done this user experience, and we have some ideations from, we both have come with the idea, and we have designed this how we can do the user personas, where we can put out the content and all those stuffs, basically.
So I'll be ready to take a big shout out. Kudos, okay? You've done a fantastic job. That is very, very intuitive. That is very good for a short while. It's a great job, guys. Santosh, to your point, right? Let's talk about what does this actually mean. I've been looking for a tool, okay, that can help as we are rolling out LogThread to partners and to customers. So business use case is simple, right? For example, today when we were talking to Malta City, we are going to do this with Saudi Airlines. We had the same question from Qatar LNG. How do you guys do trading?
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. How do you do trading? And so usually, from an end customer perspective, they will buy, let's say, 5 frameworks, right? They will have 10 of the applications, and then all of LogThread's information is stored in our knowledge base, right? So we have a Zoho knowledge base, okay? Which is the 300-page PDF that they were talking about.
Yeah.
Now there are, so between how to use a system as an administrator, how to use it as a functional user, how to use it as an end user, there are some very specific ways that the documentation is structured today. I can see that as a direct use case for when we are doing this rollout to our customers to actually provide them a training platform for X amount of days or whatever, where they go in and learn. When I think about Department of Health of Abu Dhabi, as we are doing the training videos, give you an example. Our team is spending an incredible amount of time writing documents, okay, which I don't believe anybody actually reads, right?
Yeah.
So the gamification of that process to say, here's a new release, here are the key features, and you give them a module that say, go learn this, play this flip game, micro game, what have you, I think enhances the learning experience.
Yes.
Right? Animation would be a good to have, right, from my perspective. Then we have
get some stars and points around there. That'll look pretty good. Yeah.
Exactly. And this I'm talking about this for the entire healthcare sector in Abu Dhabi on compliance, right? It's pretty big. And then I'm thinking of like the partner rollout that we're doing. We've already signed up, I think, 6 or 7 partners, right? And we have to train the partners, we have to train their sales team, we have to train their system engineers, we have to train it's a lot of work. And then finally, even internally, as we are hiring our people, we have over 220 frameworks right now. And there are quite a few good examples that I saw today. This particular one would be good, right? Where we have people who are getting in front of customers and talking about ISO 27001. Most of us have never even read ISO 27001.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So how do we actually create courses around that? So I can see actually funding something like this to turn this into a real product that can be taken to market with Lockthread as our first kind of beta customer, and we can work with some of our partners, etc., to try it out.
Yeah.
Right. In a really short duration.
For internal training also this is good. I think this will actually help us for we're always struggling with how do we get our training done internally. So this is for our rising stars as well as for our internal compliance with Deloitte and for the accounts we need a platform like this, because we do like manually right now.
So sometimes this is
also project trainings, Shibu. Internally, when we have new people joining in, and there's an existing program, there are multiple users. Anyways, time check, guys. We have got 3 more teams to go.
Yeah. Hold on one second. One second. Naim, finish your thought and then we'll move on. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Naim.
So sometimes what I want us to do is pull this team together. You and whoever else needs to be. Okay. Let's sit down. I've hired a new head of customer success who joins us on Monday for Lockthread. We're starting to roll that out. I would like to take a serious look at this. Okay. To figure out what we need to do to fund it to get to a point where it's actually an app that's real.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we can try this internally, see how that works. If it actually picks up the way we are expecting it to, then I think the next team is use this team and take it to market.
No, absolutely. Cool. All right, awesome. Good job, Tim.
15 मिनट को 30 मिनट जिए लेकिन सही जिए.
I would love to say like we got our own first customer today itself on the MPG, and we are happy to have more customers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Make sure you give some shares to me.
Awesome, guys.
Thank you, team.
Don't worry, we'll share it on LinkedIn. Don't you worry. Multiple shares.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Next team, please.
Yeah.
Next team, please.
First prize. Congratulations. No, I thought this was the best.
2 biscuits
so far. So far, this
you know
was
one
the best.
biscuit is equal to what?
Yes, mute your microphone.
1 biscuit is equal to 1 share.
There is a little bit of impact of what I do. I'm proud of myself.
You are not able to share?
Customer, internal, revenue gen, and product which is already ready.
Hi Mukund. Hi Sebin. So, had a small problem. Can you solve me that problem? Sure. What is it? I was actually filling out a NetSuite timesheet, okay? I was in video and I was finding out a difficulty in how do I go fill the PTO option and all. Do you have any idea on that?
No, it's always a difficult thing. Yeah. Do they have the documentation?
Oh, I think they have a documentation. I need to go through 90 to 80 pages. Okay. For a silly thing, do you really need? I need to go for 90 pages?
Okay, it's not for documentation. How much
support? I think I need to mail, and today is a payday. I should wait till Monday. You really think that works out?
And how is the support work?
Support, I think I need to mail them, and I need to wait till Monday. And what about my salary?
Monday?
Not Monday. What about my salary, right? So, don't we have solutions for all these things?
Again, there are like n number of good products in the market. Okay, NetSuite is not one of them. I agree, but yeah. At the same time, we can find. Recently, I did a survey there. Yeah. See.
What are you doing?
here are the surveys. So basically 75% of the consumers prefer for talking to a human as a customer care. Then there's the American Express survey wherein it says that 33% of the customers will consider switching the company itself if the customer service is not good.
Okay, so 75% of the customers require and we don't have a solution.
Yes.
So coming up with our product, Aura.
Introducing Aura.
So automated user resolution assistance, and bridging support and success.
And what is Aura? We have ample of things on the table, and this is what we'll be covering.
So as you saw, there is a problem between multiple applications and softwares where they don't have a proper support 24/7. They do have support, but it's not 24/7. We are coming up with our product Aura, where it supports through call and also through chat.
And one thing to say, I had an issue with LG the last week. The washing machine was broken. I was 10 minutes late, so I logged in at 9:10 p.m. and I had to wait again 2 days. See, considering LG
Then
as
you
a very
wasted
big
2
brand.
days clothes. What is it? So, this is where we need to come up with our product. There are multiple softwares and products where they don't have support team. So we have come up with our product called Aura, where we do all the customer service through call, also through chat.
And this is at the phase 1.
This
At
will
phase
also
2, we'll be
go
going
for
with the next level.
And
let's go for the why Aura.
Okay, coming to the point of why Aura, right? As you can see on the slide,
we have like very big market with respect to BPO or call centers. As during the All-Hands, we got to know that about 85 million of jobs will be gone, and half of them will be the call centers thing. And see, considering the big amount of $43 billion prediction by 2031, and at a growth rate of 7.5%, if we capture 1% of the market, we will be having a share of $350 million.
and the point to be remembered, we are considering only 1%, not the whole thing.
Yes.
You want only one biscuit.
Yes. It's all baby steps, right? So yeah. But currently, as of now, what is offered for CM? Considering log thread, we know how the support team works. You, as a customer, you mail things. A ticket will be raised on the log thread side, and they reply back. And if the solution is not resolved or the issue is not resolved, you mail back. A conversation through mail and not through voice chat or chatbot. And the second thing is, let's say employee have issues, they can just, currently how it is done, they go to Monisha or the HR team or the finance team, they ask for things.
You are eliminating everybody.
And the things will be so silly where they can't go and ask for IHR, right? So
let's say considering me itself, right? As I was converted from Rising Star to full time, I don't know how many holidays that I will get a year, how much I can avail.
So rather than going to HR, we have our friendly chatbot called Aura, where you can go ask for any questions and you get the response back.
And yeah, you just go in, ask any question. And yeah, one thing, hallucination, it will be almost 0 to none because it's all knowledge base.
We are creating a dedicated knowledge base for each and every software or application which we are building up.
And yeah, what is the business outcome? You will have 24/7 service, 365 days. Instead of having 15, 20 people working, you have one agent attending n number of calls. And you can cut down the cost by 3x, faster response times, all those things. And the new revenue channel via APIs, we'll cover it in the future announcements. And client retention, yeah. So what do we consider as most of the hotels have their tagline, right? Customer is our God. This is where, as the customer are happy, the loyalty is more, the growth is more, the company growth is more. And finally, we'll go with the technical solution.
Coming to technical solutions which we have implemented in current scenario is we are going to the AWS agent where we're using cloud model, right? We do have a dedicated knowledge base for each and every software or application which we are giving to, and we are building it through Python and React. Also, one thing to be more noticed is voice is a new UI, right? You have customer support but not through voice. We are using Twilio for voice channel integration, and we are deploying it through ECS and ECM.
And as Chetan mentioned, voice is a UI. The Gen Z has zero patience.
Yeah, the Gen Z will not go to the chat, go ask and each and every query, right? what you need to do is we are providing you a number through video where you just go, call, ask your query, get the response through call, and go ahead with whatever problem you have.
Yes, coming to the demo part. Yeah, US people, you have privilege. This number is toll free for you guys, but yeah, Indians, sorry, if you want to call, you just take my cell and you can give a call. And yeah, one call at a time though. And finally, we have one demo that we have recorded. Let me turn on the subtitles.
You can remove this message at any time by upgrading to a full account. Press any key to execute your code. Hello, user.hs. Welcome back. I'm your audio assistant. You can interrupt me anytime by pressing star, or press 8 to create a support ticket. How can I help you today? Please speak after the beep.
Can I know how do I update my password?
If you're having issues with your password, LockThread offers a forgot password feature. You can use this to reset your password if you've forgotten it. This process involves clicking on the forgot password link on the login page, entering your registered email address, and following the instructions sent to your email to reset your password. If you need to update your password, you can do so by accessing your user profile. Once there, you can enter a new password in the password field, confirm it in the password confirmation field, and then save the changes to apply the new password. Is there anything else I can help you with? Great. I created support ticket number 17 for you. Our support team will follow up with you soon. Is there anything else I can help you with right now?
No, thank you. So, as you watched, this is a Twilio supported. Yeah, it's a Twilio supported number where we are replicating LogThread as a product. What we are doing is we are feeding up a whole knowledge base from LogThread to our knowledge base, and this is a call ID where you can call through. And US people, you have a you can call through. You have a place on numbers, and you can have a call on this number and ask any questions regarding a LogThread knowledge base.
Tell them you can do a live simulation right now.
Yeah, you can do a live streaming
I
right
can
now
show it
itself
as well.
if you need.
For the Indian people,
Let the US
Ask
people
somebody
come.
from the US to call.
anybody
Santosh.
that can do from the US team.
Abu. He's on mute. Santosh is on mute. He will say.
Okay, I'll do it. You guys want to put it on speakerphone?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, 866 330 9005. Alright. It's on speaker, guys. Oh, user's busy.
Somebody is already trying it.
And why would I do busy though?
Already so many
Free trial,
No, no.
free trial account.
We'll develop
Yeah,
IVR.
there you go, guys. Sorry.
We can develop an IVR on top of it.
Yeah.
We can have a live demo if you need. We are putting up in a speaker and we are going to speak it up.
Okay.
Are you trying, Santosh?
What's that?
Are you trying the number?
No, no, they're trying it now.
Ask them to ask questions.
You all can ask any question once the audience.
No, I don't think it's.
Santosh, you meant to ask a question.
I can from here, man. Why don't you guys do it? Just do it.
Yeah,
it's
just
okay.
do it.
Ask like question like does LogThread support ISO 27001?
We're disconnected.
We're going to call it again.
You try it again. Ask the question: does LogThread support ISO 27001?
Is it in a knowledge base, Nahin?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Even if it's not, let's see what it does. No.
Does Lockthread support ISO 9000? Does Lockthread support ISO 27000?
Okay, just to answer something.
Okay, let's ask a different question. Ask the question of.
She's answering. What is she answering?
Sorry, I'm unable to
Okay.
access this request.
No worries. Ask a generic question. Say, how do you use statuses and transitions in Lockthread? If you're connected to our knowledge base, it should answer. Let's see.
We took it from the Zoho knowledge base, so where we have
That's-
audit
I'm
details. And
I'm also asking about that. Just try it out. Just say, hey, how do you configure statuses and transitions?
You can mute when he's talking so that it does not interrupt.
How do I configure transactions and status?
While that is being, I'll just show what all we have. This is what I.
Okay, no worries. We'll have to test it out at a different time. I think.
This is the things that we have. We can ask
Yeah.
these questions.
Can I know how do I navigate to Lockthread?
We have the UI based chat as well. Now Harsh will quickly share it.
You can ask questions in the chat. Yes, the same thing will be answered in the college.
Hello, is my screen visible?
Yeah. Yes.
So hello, I'm Harsh, and as we are done with the call demo, I'm going to present you the Aura Chat UI. So this is a conversation chatbot, and it is dedicated for Lockthread. This is a login page. So once we have logged in, this is the home page. This is a chatbot in which we have two options: either call directly, as we know the number, or chat with AI. So let's start with a simple hello.
And this is a conversational. This is a conversational chatbot which supports like user-friendly way.
Yeah, so let's try something related to Lockthread. Also, it supports typos. So
It's the same knowledge base that is being used on the call as well.
So as you can see,
Probably here you can ask those questions. Harsh, the ISO
Yeah.
27001.
yeah. Can you repeat it, please?
Does Lockthread support ISO 27001?
Does Lockthread support ISO
27001?
27.
2001.
0001.
0001.
Double zero.
No. 20.
20.
There you go.
Yeah, so
There is no specific information about
maximizing.
I think. And then can you ask the status and transition question?
Yes.
Just ask the question: how do you change status and transition?
I think his presence made all the difference.
Change
Status and transition.
Transition.
Can you enlarge the UI? The chatbot is.
Sorry?
Can you just enlarge that middle window?
For now, we have kept it as a small chat window because what we thought about it will be an add-on there.
Okay, we get it. I think there's more training required on the bot. We get it.
Yeah. Okay.
one more feature.
One thing, yeah, if at all the user is not satisfied with even the chat or call, it can always raise a ticket to Jira, which would always have this context of chat.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I can show you that quickly. So if you can see, these are if the support request, if the summary support request from Aura, it's from the chat. There's phone support request as well. And here we have all the things. Conversation.
So out of curiosity, what knowledge base are you pointing to?
The Zoho thing that we got from the support team of Lockthread. This is the one.
Okay. Okay. So if you go to the homepage here, right, you see that admin user guide, it says statuses and transitions.
Okay, here it is.
There it is. It's there, the information.
Probably he put it as transaction.
No. The status. We put it correctly. But anyway, guys, let's keep going, guys. Come on.
Just last question. What engine was used here?
The AWS agent with Claude enabled.
AWS with Claude, okay.
And this is not just limited to Lockthread. One last thing that we will be putting up here is, for this phase 2, we are planning it as a product. Wherein a user can come into a portal, upload his documents, get an API key, and use it for himself to build chatbots, etc. The knowledge base part, all the Claude agent, AWS agents will all be taken care by the CL side or the Aura side.
So what we'll be doing is we'll be automating whatever we are doing. So only the thing what will a new user or a new software owner will be doing is he'll upload all his documents related to his software, and the API is ready. He can put up in his way however a chatbot needs to be, and he can go on asking user questions. It can be through call or it can also be through chat.
And call will be number will be provided by Video, which he or she can give it to his customers. Last but not the least, the key people in our team is myself, Mukund, this is Chetan, Harsh connected through remote, and to mention mentor Prem, who was there in all the aspects from building from the scratch to getting us the knowledge base access, everything.
Well, if you guys don't build this product, you guys at least have a career in stand-up comedy, okay?
Thank you. Next week.
Oh, I'm doing a skit.
People are drowning.
Anxiety. No. Good job, people.
Okay.
It's worth staying till 4 a.m. in the morning. हम लोग को सबसे कम मार्क मिलेगा ना, कुछ टेक्निकल फीचर्स ही नहीं दिखा बोले.
All right. We started.
Competition में नहीं है.
Okay.
Sorry. There are many things, right? Hierarchy is सब है, but then what hierarchy का we did not क्या बोलते हैं? Put it across as a functionality or as a feature set is that everything is in one place. There are many things. High-end view है, बहुत सारे applications है वैसा.
Image.
But then सबका scattered है features. Hierarchy में all the features were in one place.
I hope I know what Akash is aiming. You know what? I got some new idea.
अच्छा ये है क्या?
So this idea is very wonderful. Okay. So I need to know whether this idea relay on the market.
Okay.
So do we have any solution for this?
Of course we have it. Here we go. Wesley,
So, hello everyone. Just like Chetan, I'm sure we've all had amazing solutions or ideas in our minds, and we've always wanted to implement these things. But I'm sure we all have this one question when working on those tasks. Is this feasible? Would this be successful? Or is this even necessary in the current market trend? Well, that's where Optimize comes in. See, Optimize solves the current problems in the business and organizations where we struggle with research and development, spend too much time trying to analyze the market trends, look at what's going on and what's trending, and then we miss out on capturing the current market and putting out a product or a service in that timeline, which can then be used in order to, efficiently generate revenue. So the problem is we spend too much time researching, spending time analyzing the market, our competitors, and then building products, because of which we then have multiple POCs that don't really function well or are not taken forward. So Optimize is, this is where Optimize comes in and it plays a crucial role. So Optimize automates your entire process by having faster development, improves your overall research and development process, looks at your immediate competitors and providing you gap analysis, the way you can leverage AI in order to improve your overall procedure in development as well as implementation of your ideas. All of this can be improved using Optimize. So what is Optimize? So Optimize is an agentic AI application that utilizes LLM at the backend, and we have a powerful agentic AI layer. And this AI layer consists of three main engines. We have the market intelligence engine, a blueprint service generation engine, and a competitor matrix generation engine. All of this fetches live market data on our competitors, the market trends, what's going on in the current world, and then all of that is then fed into the LLM to then generate blueprints, your competitor matrix, as well as a dashboard for the live market trend. Rosen, how about you give them a live demo on how this works?
Yeah, sure. Okay, as you guys know that the lock thread, that is the GRC, is the trend right now, right? So that we have taken the lock thread as one of the POC's ideas that we have drafted an outcome, what they are actually targeting, what are the features they offer, right? So those I am giving as a prompt here to see how the market trends are based on the project what we are building it, right? So let me click on generic analysis. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just giving the prompt of what the lock thread is talking about, all the features they cover, that I'm giving as a prompt over here to generate the blueprint of what they're doing. So the services they provide is about the service overview, what are the target audience, client, the market opportunities, and the key differentiators from this market, right? And also what are the components you are concentrating on. So that is the regulatory mapping and the compliance monitoring and the risk assessment, and also the reporting and audit trails. So these are the features you are actually planned to do and how you can implement. These are just, it's a kind of the POC what you have planned, right? It can be any ideas, right? So you can come up with HR related or anything, but how do you know that your project is actually competitor or the good idea to be launched to get better revenue, right? So here is the one click you can get the summary of what your project where it stands on. Okay, so one more thing is just look into this market simulation. My idea about the lock thread, how much revenue it can generate. So by clicking on the run market simulation, it can show that with the innovation score of 0.68, it's above 5, and it is also value score about 0.5, and the expected revenue it can, that is 1.6k dollars, right? So this much of dollars can be generated on your product or your product ideas, or whatever it can feed it. Okay, so that is another part. Main feature we have is the competitor metrics. Okay, my product idea is this. Who are my competitors? How do I know that? So this is the market where the top ranked GRC tools or the dashboard which is running, that is being listed and compared the features of your product with the other features which is running in the market. Okay, like what are I am lacking, what is the competitive percentage where I can improvise. So that is the opportunity where it talks about. Sorry, it is getting little delayed and it's loading yet. So here we are currently using Gemini as a model, and also we are not storing any of the data. We are taking all this data live. It's completely live data from the market. It has been reflecting every 20 minutes that is being shown on the market standards based on your shorts or the news or the proper relevant data. Okay, it's not, there is no hallucination in it, and there's completely information gathered from the source. from the LinkedIn, the industries, what the lock thread or the GRC market is talking about, everything has been captured from there. So our product competitors are the Palantir, Navex, and what are the features they have and what we don't have it. So on our product, we don't have audit management because we have mentioned what are the key features in the prompt, right? So based on that, the features will be captured and compared with the other competitors here. And how much percent of the competitors is, what are the opportunities. That is the where you are knowing which gap you can fill it to improvise your product. And like that, we can show for multiple features like third-party risk management, policy and management and incident. Are we including AI integration? Are we deploying using the cloud deployment? So all this percentage is taken consideration and gives you proper gap between your product with the market. And also about the market trends, where it actually analyzes the sentiment analysis, how the people are reacting to the GRC. Okay, so how people are reacting, how they are adapting to the market, and yes, please. Yes, Naeem.
You're on mute. We can't hear you.
Tell him you're not mute. Tell him Naeem is on.
Naeem, you're not audible. Can you hear me? Some problem with the.
One second, sorry. You are on.
Any of us side looks like.
Yeah. Good. Now we can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, continue.
Finish up your presentation and ask questions.
Okay, yeah, sure. So overall market sentiment analysis will be done on the live product and also the dominant market topics what is running currently. So like GRC and management, cyber security and everything that we are showing in a visualized manner. That's why we called as Optivis. That is agentic market validator. So why this is essential? Why? Because this is in every market, every target, they concentrate on coming up with new ideas. Am I correctly targeting the audience? No one knows it. I come up with the idea, but no one is ready to analyze the market and come up, okay, I know the competitor where I'm lacking. That lack of information about the market is where we are lacking about. But like teams, this is an essential tool to use to improvise and hit the right target and the right market to generate revenue and capture the good shares of the market. That's all from my end. Any questions?
Yeah, but I'm your question. Can you go back? Can you just go to the top?
The minute she started off with lock threat evaluation, I was just waiting for the fire.
You picked the wrong product to evaluate.
No, you actually picked the right product to evaluate. I appreciate this. So, first of all, I should tell you from a business perspective, any one of you who has done a business degree and they've gone and done any kind of venture challenge, this is a very useful tool if it can be accurate, right? Because this is the sort of stuff that almost every PE and VC firm can actually use, right? I took an investor call a couple of days ago. There's the same stuff they all ask, right? But I have so that's a good part, which is the layout looks and makes total sense, right? The question really is this data that you're sharing when it comes to competitive metrics and it's talking about what you have and what you don't have. Where are you getting that information from?
Okay.
Yeah, let me answer that. So we're using Google's web search API where we feed in all the custom URLs. So currently for the presentation, we decided to intentionally target the GRC industry. While keeping that in mind, we went through all of the URLs that are necessary for us to get accurate data from. And then what we've asked the Google custom search engine is to retrieve all the data from the platforms, feed that into the LLM, extract all the features that are publicly available, and then match that up.
Okay. So what I would be very interested in, so this is great for us, that's why I said you picked the right product, right? So one thing we need to do is I need to find out where are you actually picking this data from, because we need to fix and correct that data.
Yeah.
Right? Because because that is what, if you're doing the research and that is what it is coming back with, then I want to understand where and at which channel do we need to post information to update this information accurately. Okay?
Okay, so
that would be something.
Yeah. Right. So if you want to get updated information on competitors, we'd have to change up the backend for the URLs.
No, that's what I'm talking about. So go back to the other way around. Yeah, so go back to
our competitor, okay, ourselves, our own data. It's the prompts.
So there you go. So let's go to that competitive matrix. I'll give you like 2-3 examples. Okay. And that's what I would be interested in, where we need to update this.
So one is to learn about competition. What Naeem is doing self-learning. He's learning about his own product here, and he's saying that if there are gaps, what should I do to fix my content out in search engines that is going to fix this summary?
Exactly. So if you show that competitor dashboard that you had, right? I'll point out precisely, right? Was that really? Okay. So for example, it said, you're behind on enterprise risk manager and 2 or 3 other things, right? It said. What I want to know is, where do I go to update the information to say we actually have all of this?
Right, so you saw the homepage, right? So the homepage, you have a text block where you can input your product ideas or a document. So let's say you implemented these changes. You can go back into the homepage, upload your documentation on the product, and then again go back to your competitor matrix and check it again.
So, okay.
Yeah, that is your process of analyzing the data. But can you get references from your Gemini LLM that is pointing out, for example, here, right? Audit management, your product is no. Where or what reference can you give me that it got the data for?
Correct.
I think it said no. It clearly said no because the prompt she sent it. She said in the prompt which she mentioned about Lockthread, which we just gave as a demo. She's not mentioned all the features properly.
Let me answer that. So what we are trying to do is that we are actually moving the provision, in the next phase, so where exactly we are getting this information from. We'll also have a second change where exactly the sources that have been targeted in order to get this information.
Yeah, if you get the source right, that is what Naeem is looking for. Okay, what source did it use to determine this this output, right? For self-learners, of course, but for competition-wise, of course, we want the reality check of what the competition really is, right? So that's, of course, going to stick to what they want to understand.
Let me kind of show you guys something really quick, okay? Because this is very interesting, and I really want to understand that source problem, okay? So that's really, if this is the data that's coming up. So let me show you something. Ta-da. Here you go. So if you guys can see my screen, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 20 competitors that we are benchmarking against in these key areas, okay? Including features. So we have a good sense of what the market is doing and so forth. What is catching my attention from what you just showed is as follows, right? There is data out there that is not positioning us the right way. What my question is where are you pulling this data from? Okay, so is it Google? Is it Google that you're pulling from?
Okay. I understand the confusion.
Actually,
So you're asking.
So we are actually
taking
from the.
Give me a second. Wait.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Wait. You're asking why was it showing that audit management is not a feature under Lockthread? Right? Yeah.
Answer the question. Yeah.
Exactly. So the reason that happened is, so the prompt which Roslyn just now gave on the Lockthread's information was, we did not have proper information at all. She just gave a prompt which had no proper information on Lockthread. So depending on the information you give in, it will give the analysis. It's not fetching Lockthread from the internet.
So it's totally, it's not based on the, so you're not going out and scouring the internet to get the information.
No.
That's what
No.
Oh, so it's just based on what knowledge you have. Then what's the value?
No, you're giving your product and you're looking at similar products in the market in real time and then comparing.
Oh, okay. That's how you're doing it. Okay, cool.
Right. So for example, let's say I come up with another product idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say supply chain and logistics, which I was working with Venkatesh. And I want to know before I start working in, what's my competitor market like? What are they offering? What are the features, etc., etc. So rather than me going in blind, I put in my entire prompt on what my idea is, and then I look at my competitors. I look at what they're offering. Is it good? What should I add on? And then I make changes. I'm not going in blind.
To that point, right, guys, what I would be, this is great, okay, so thanks for clarifying. Actually, I'd like to use this product, okay, so that you guys have put. I would like to actually give it the right prompts and actually see what it comes back with. If it works, I mean, it's great for competitive research. It'll be terrific for competitive.
So now my quick question here is, right, one is I upload my product, okay? Let's assume my product is not called LogThread. My product is called Cirrus Labs GRC. I'm just giving an example, right? But industry market out there has LogThread. Internet out there has LogThread in reality, real form.
Yeah. Yes.
Published out there, which people can see, content is there, like advertisement is happening. So this result should also show you LogThread, which exists in the market though.
That is what I was, that is what I'm trying to get. So, I see a lot of very familiar names, right? Audit Board, big competitor of ours, and there are others, Planter and all that, right? So what I would like to try out, again, the base thing is this, where I see the value is as follows. So now that I understand, what you were explaining, we explain our product. It goes out in the market and figures out. What that also means is, as we are planning for new product feature sets, right? That's where the use case that you're talking about is, where we can go and say, this is what we plan to do, this is the feature. Now go back and look at the competitors and come back and tell me whether others are doing it or not.
Yeah.
So across 30
Exactly, right? So with future improvements, we can make the feature table in the left-hand side, which you're seeing dynamic, as well as not only focus on GRC as an industry, but also generalize it, like I mentioned.
Yeah, no, this is good.
Can you go to home screen, please?
Yeah.
Can you go to home screen? Just show us the prompt.
And she should have the prompt somewhere saved up. Rosen, you should have the prompt.
Yeah, opening and sharing my screen.
Yeah, we can see.
So, like, if people don't have a product, right? For example, I just wanted to search about some product that I just saw maybe an advertisement for. I don't have content, but I just want to see what it is and what else does it do against. So I don't have more content to give. I just have a name or something.
It won't, right? So the backend is coded so that depending on the proper accurate information you're giving, we are asking the LLM to then analyze, extract the data, and then compare that with your competitor. So if you don't provide accurate information, we can't really analyze anything.
It's a feature mapping, right? It's not a full product mapping at this point. So it's more of a feature mapping at this point. But I think there's a use case, I believe there's a use case what Naeem was mentioning earlier, is if we can find in internet the gaps, how do we actually republish the data going back to internet so that we can actually have better search, right? So again, there's one way is, searching on this side to actually figure out competitive, but we should also think about like the other way where I can actually figure out the gaps and then go and update the internet form.
My own poster, yeah.
Shubhu, this is twofold, but I know it's only 15 minutes, but there I think this can be value add. I would love to try this internally just for some giggles, right? But where I think it would be really valuable is, Shubhu, when the work that we do with a lot of the universities, right? Especially when you're doing hackathons for the universities, when you're doing any sort of, when we do all this, we sponsor these R&D fests and all these sort of things, right? Students are usually going out to do competitive studies and they really don't know much, okay? What would be really valuable is, and we should try this, I would love to try this on our own, right? Put some information, see what kind of data comes back. But this could be very valuable in the academic setting and also for product people, right? You come up with new product ideas. So the other part which I kind of reacted to was like, hey, what the hell does this mean? Because that's more in terms of brand positioning. What I clearly understand is this is not for brand positioning. But if you're looking for figuring out competitive research for a product or for a feature that you're doing, I think we should try this out, okay? Because it might work very well with like let's say for GW, we do this all the time, right? For their hackathons and for their technology challenges and all that, right? New venture challenge. This would be useful.
Yeah, I was thinking aligned with all this because they are actually also thinking about like product enhancements.
Yeah.
And they will actually want to see what's in the market.
That's another reason we actually included the market trends page, right? So we wanted to know in real time what's going on, what's trending in the market, what's the new changes happening. So if you can expand more on the market trend page, and like you suggested, maybe you can put a search function where you can actually say so and so changes have been made to the product. Can you now tell me the updated competitive matrix? That would be helpful.
Yeah, no, I see the point. Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Do you know in every business plan there is a slide on competitive research?
Yeah.
Every business plan, right? So this is that product to give you that, is what I see it as. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Good
Thank
stuff.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. We have the last team coming up.
Hopefully you saved the best for last.
All right.
In the coffee or something to keep everyone away? What time is it over there?
It's
4 a.m.
4:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay, just a small housekeeping announcement. So this is the last presentation. While we do this and wrap it up, we request all of you to be on the call. The panel and the judges will fork out for 15 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll announce the final winners, runners up, and stuff like that. Okay, with it you're ready, right? Okay, cool.
So, hi everyone, good morning and good afternoon everyone. So, today we are here to present our idea. So, what we're exactly focusing now is most of the developers are rewriting the same code each and every time. So, let's say any experienced developer is there. So, he has written like many codes, but now he wants to write a new code for his app. So what he can do is so they usually rewrite from the scratch. But what we are trying to do here is we have like 4 to 5 flavors in our application. So I wouldn't call it as an application. I would call it as a tutor or any suggestion maker, like a friend. It will suggest you from the boilerplate, or it will also let you know what will be the DB schema, API.
We're losing audio heavily though.
Yeah. Also, it will let you know what is your backend, what is your front end, and what you can do for the UI. So we have named it as Code Genius, but again that can be changeable. So what we exactly trying to tell here is you just need to write a simple prompt, and that prompt will be connected to OpenAI, and OpenAI will try to do that web app for you in less than
5 minutes. And this is not only the feature flavor we are trying to provide here. We have like 5 to 6 flavors which can be customized. If there is any new if there is any new developer trying to write any code, he'll be having a boilerplate, so where he will be knowing the architecture from where to start, what will be the UI components, what will be the backend for him, what API he can use, what is a DB schema. He'll be understanding each and every complex task. So this is a whole stack conductor that turns into enterprise grade software IT Silicon. So it's done by Anil and me, and yeah. So this is our problem statement. As I have mentioned earlier, you can still see it on the screen. So that's so this is our business outcome. So what Code Genius does? It does wipe out 40% of engineering effort and also help us reduce the duplicate of coding. You don't need to waste your time in just writing from the scratch. You will be having this platform will provide you a basement. You just need to add flavors to it, and it's 3 to 5 times faster to launch. For suppose if you're trying to launch any web app or any application, you would generally take days, but this application will help you to do it in hours, I believe. Okay. Yeah, this is a technical solution. So what we're trying to do here is to deploy LLM powered conductor that taps a best practice knowledge graph to generate modular UI. As I have mentioned, it will let you know what kind of API to use, what is the DB schema, what is the IAC code, and all. So I'll be going to the demo. So our app is really very simple. We haven't used lot many UI for this. So what exactly your first flavor? You just need to write a prompt, and it will give you a full stack. So So here we have an option for using React, Next.js, Vue, and you can select your fast API or what kind of DB you want to use. For now, I'll be using PostgreSQL. So once I click on generate, what it does. So this is your UI component. Right below this, you have your API endpoints, and here is your DB schema. Okay. I'm coming to the next flavor. What we have introduced in this application is Genesis AI. So you can just write your prompt, and this will create a web app for you. For now, I'll be creating a simple calculator, or I can create an inventory. Yeah, yeah, you need to click here. So, so as soon as we have written our prompt, it gave the UI code as well as the navigation to our application. So here you have two options here. You can add a new employee, or you can just like search within your employee list. So I'm gonna click on the add employee. Okay, it's just so let's say I'm adding Alex. His position would be software. I'm sorry, somehow this feature is not working now. So I will be going to the next flavor, that is Weave. So what this actually does is you can upload your repo, or you can upload your code, any code you have already written. So once you upload it, it will analyze and suggest you what uh, what duplicates you have, and it will let you know what you can do for that.
By the way, while this is coming up, this is an entry which has come only 3 days back, I think.
So, so we have found duplicates here. It says what is the issue, what suggested is, and this is the refactored components that our view flavor has given to us. So, and it also gives a PR for us. So, yeah, and also it provides few policies. The new refactor structure. So we do have two more features here. Cost inside. I'll be using the same app file again. So it says what kind of like, let's say while developing an application, a developer will always tend to give more and more features, more and more beautified UI to the customer. So at that point of time, we might be using little bit extra hours of Azure service or AWS service or any other render service. So at this flavor in our application, let us know what is the estimated saving, why is it happening, and what we can do to compromise it. So we have another feature here, skill gap radar. So let's say uh, we have an employee, and will be that employee name will be already there in our employees list, and they'll be having the track of it. So I'm just detecting what skill gap she has. Yeah. So it says what is the suggestion, what leadership team or anyone who is mentoring her is gonna wants her to know. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions?
So what's the back end on this one? Is it multiple LLMs?
Yeah, it calls like multiple LLM prompts will be handled. So only one LLM we are
We can barely hear you as you got to talk to the microphone, please. We can't hear you.
Yeah, we are having multiple prompt engineering we have done backend. Like we are implemented multiple prompts there to handle different scenarios.
No. My question is, what is the back end LLM?
It's OpenAI.
It's OpenAI. So you're using only one OpenAI and not multiple LLMs. Okay. Got it. And where do you see this to be very effective? Where do you see the use case within our organization?
Actually, what I was aiming to is like when we are coming to an application development, it is like developer activities. Whatever the developer activities we are having, it need to be like the total cost of the application depends on the developer day-to-day activities, like whatever the activities you do. So we are trying to identify the efficiency, like any repetitions of code or inefficiencies. We are trying to identify those inefficiencies and we are trying to fix those. Like the inefficiency in the code implementation could lead to the user experience in the live or in the production. So this could happen even I have faced it in live, like even Azure App Service, which is the on production code, and we have a lot of bugs over there, and it is like small UI component which take forms, but there are like that implementation have made me so much like inconvenient to create some services or to create to modify some services. So that way I got a thought like this is like basic component, but in production it is not being serving properly. So that to understand, like to make that should not be repeated, I'm trying to identify a base that whatever the application it has been developed, it should be like thoroughly analyzed, like whatever the developer has been, whatever the steps developer has been going through, it should be like best practices implemented and identifying any drawbacks or any negatives that could impact the.
Got it. No, I get it. So the thing is, at least the intent is for the entire organization to use this platform, wherein you create profiles for all the different people and how they're interacting with the system, so that you can also benchmark who's doing well versus not. Correct? I saw one of the tabs was the benchmarking the candidate. Correct? On what could be some of their gaps in what they're doing. So the assumption is that the entire organization should be on the platform for us to benchmark or see what gaps are there are between each candidate. Correct?
This person, 40%.
Should our info connect it with the Jira ticket and the implemented PR, so it will identify the requirement and it will read the implemented PR and it will analyze the implementation and it will give a feedback. What my intention was to have a feedback mechanism to the developer, like in the development
on where they choose.
Yeah. And in cost insight assist, what my intention was to identify while we implementing some code, there we could identify the resources consumption minimization kind of thing. So if there are any practices that we unintentionally that could lead to high resource consumption, or it could lead we should have a suggestion that what is the best practices to implement to minimize the overall infrastructure cost or whatever the cost we.
Got it. That's something I'm very interested in seeing. How can you prove that out? Because what is my token cost? What is my usage cost based on what I'm doing will be a very interesting thing to see. So in your second iteration, let's talk about it. Okay. All right. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Sangeeta, look away, look at us, so late, we're still here, you're looking so tough.
What was it? That was for me. What was it?
All right.
You said something.
The judges in the panel, we will now fork out into a meeting. I'll just pull you in, and then Sangeeta, can I request you to host the rest of the session till we come back?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
You can continue on this one. No, panel will go to another.
Yes, Sangeeta, play some music in the meanwhile, yeah.
Let's use your tool to play a game, man.
So what are we doing now, Santosh?
I think we're done, right? I think the only thing we were remaining is the award ceremony on who won and things like, so there'll be some announcements and then we are done. So if you want to get on the, you're already home or you're in the office?
I came back home at 4.
Okay. Yeah, it's up to you. If you want to stay, you can stay or you can drop off. I think it's just the, and then maybe if there is some words you.
So what we're talking, 15 minutes? You will make the award announcements in 15 minutes?
There in the dining room.
Yeah? Okay, cool. We'll see you in 15. Good work.
They will take on the phone, they're on the device, laptop. No, they will take. No, we can ask the participants anything.
Yeah, participants, who all are there? Alita, Ramya, what did you feel? Anybody wants to share anything? Until we get the results.
Hello.
Dragon sir, ಉಲ್ಟಾ ತಿರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು
Can you hear us now? Can you guys hear us now?
Yes, yes.
Sound is low. Yeah. Hello?
We can hear you, can't see you.
Okay, yeah. We all have our laptops on, but we only had one device that was operating on video and the microphone. So, yeah, we're just sitting around, but we were wondering how you guys are doing. How are you feeling?
You look so tired.
Seriously?
That was great. I think Raghavan sir, Sangeeta, Venkatesh, everybody did a great job in pulling this off.
Thank you all of you for
It was
participating.
great.
That was the best.
It was very exciting in India. I wish we had more participants in America. It would be fun.
We tried pulling in, but I mean next time. I'm sure we're going to have more people next time.
Yeah, likewise, just like to call out the same. You guys have all done awesome work, that team. I'm just surprised how you all have to wait so till now. And is that a bed I see over there?
It's a bean bag.
That's a bean bag. So we do have a bed there.
But we have 4 beds.
We do have 4 beds, and some people are already asleep on the beds.
sleeping. This is a bean bag on the video. We have some beds on the other corner.
And some people are already sleepy on the desk, so they have dozed off.
But awesome work, folks, everyone. It's nice, all the apps, the ideas.
Thank you.
Quick question, that training one, right? Is that like it's like a working solution or more of a design that you guys showed? I mean, I know you showed 2 things, so just wondering.
It's actually a semi-working Nitin. Like we have not connected to any DB or something like that.
Well, I can barely hear you.
Can't hear you.
So you're not audible, it's not very clear.
So we have one happy flow working. Yes, just a happy flow working we have done with it. We have not implemented or used any DB.
People have. That's all.
So most of the things are hard to
Converted from Intel to FTE, but I don't know how many leads I have.
These things we have done.
Just to show the problem statements.
PDF
I mean, you
uploading
the finance, no,
and
it's
then
just most people.
AI course generation with the questions. Yes, that's a real time. All the both this thing was a real time.
Learning cards one, right?
Yes, learning card, and the MCQs that we have.
And the assessment.
Okay. Yes, assessment. So these things were real.
Okay, but I'm trying to understand how this is. I mean, say you want to create a course on say Java, right? How is that? I mean, I'm assuming that is also one of the intention, right?
Yes.
So how is that connected to your policies, controls, and frameworks?
That is what.
Where is that fitting?
Yes. Actually, see, that is very much related. Or we actually.
No. Actually, that is not the thing. See, if you want to create a course on Java, you can just upload document of Java. You will not select policy, framework, and the control. It's an optional thing. It's not like that. You have to select always policy, control, and framework. You can just.
Not audible.
Not.
Hello.
That was very much specific to.
Hello.
I would say not audible.
Am I audible now? Okay.
Yeah, now.
So that selection of policy, control, and framework, it is not the mandatory thing to create the content. Okay, it's an optional thing. We have just described it. We can integrate with the existing library so that we can select the existing policy we have, the controls we have, and the framework we have. Let's say you want to create a content for Java program or Java subject. You can upload the document into it, which is describing some topics about the Java, and you can have that course and assessment built upon the PDF or the documents what you have forwarded to the AI. So that policy, control, and framework, it's not a mandatory
It was
thing.
little bit specific to GRC tool, Nitin. Yes, policy, framework, and control was actually custom specific to our lock thread product. Okay, so why actually if we integrate to already an existing.
You guys are barely audible. We can't hear you.
I would say you're not very audible.
Okay. You need to see.
Your camera is here.
If we are integrating it with the lock thread, then these options will actually make sense. Okay, so assume that you are already having a product, and then you can integrate our learning platform in your product. Okay, and then you can use the learning libraries already existing over there, and then those things will actually create topics. It was just an example, like the policies, control, and framework was an example. Like if you are having similar type of modules in your product, okay, so it will create something like this, and then it will you can actually select the library PDFs or whatever existing in your product already, and then it can generate. It is not that I have a Java content and then I need to do that. Okay, so if you are integrating it with an existing product, the libraries will help you to create the course. That is how it works.
Okay, got it. And those micro games are like, those are envisaged as like some default ones, is it? 8 or something was there.
Yes, that is.
You can add more micro games into that, is it?
Yes, we have.
What was the thought process there?
Basically, each game have been specified to brainstorm its level. So we have been specified few things, and keeping in the mind, we have been designed the game like snake game, connecting with the right word and one shoot, which will be like different way of the UI, but its concept is to keep people engaging with the platform rather than just having in a review purpose.
No, his question one more
So
question was, can you
tomorrow if I want to
add?
Yes.
Yes,
Type
we
of
have
game, right?
provision.
So you can do that, is it? And that's what we are thinking.
Yes, correct. So as of now, we have designed 8 small games, fun games, and then user can have the provision. They can add their own games as well. But as if we add that, we need to integrate some part of code, so that we can add new
sort of gauge everything. See, it depends on the audience. How audience is there. If we are targeting some some children which is having 8 to 10 years or 15 years, or if we are targeting some members of the company, they are having 20 to 40 years of age group. It depends on that. So it's customizable. You can have your own learning cards also, along with the AI content. You can have your own games also. You can have your own questions. So it's like you can get the data from AI and you can customize it on your own. It support any domain. It just needs data as an input, and then we good to go.
Okay.
And the way we have LMS built up, we can provide more and more data. We can create our own course content, and we can keep up with us as a library. And then we can also go in the market as like other LMS product we have. And why we are doing that, if we compare the revenue at the moment in 2025, it is almost 25 to 28 billion dollars industry what we have in the LMS sort of thing, and it has a potential to reach 70 billion till 2030. So we have also chunk, good chunk in that side also. So we can go as standalone, we can go as integration, and we can enhance this product as much as we can.
So based on what you just said, Nishant, like have you guys looked at the market, researched the market to see what else is out there, and then if you want to launch this product out there, how would it be different? What would be the differentiating factors over here?
The first factor is the time span, how we can easily create the course, and how we can get the assessment out of it. Okay, the way we have showed the demo, it's really difficult for a human being to go through all the documents what we have. Let's say 100 page, 200 page.
No, hold on for a second. You're answering the wrong question. The question is, what is the competition? What are the other products that are in the market that do something similar? That was the question. Not how you work, how your product works, right?
Naeem, actually, as per the research that we have done, we have either AI course creation that is actually coming into market right now, or else we have gamification, that is learning through gamification. Okay, so we actually don't have one single platform which actually delivers, like you provide the content and then you also create the course using this gamification learning concept. Okay, we have not come across any tool which is having both these things. Okay, so now I have seen a few of the, even I was part of a demo for one of the a tool which said like you can create using AI, you can create the, if you provide the content, you can create the course. But there was nothing called as gamification learning over there. And we have gamification learning as an isolated, a different tool. We have that combined, and that is the USP that we can say. You want to add that?
So like the way we have created the course for learning it, so that is the USP for us. And the way we need to target the market, which we have some big players like LMS, so they have large course content data, so we can also build in that sense also.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, right? So you have an LMS or anything, any platform like say your Skillsoft or something like that, right? Or Pluralsight or something, right? So the idea is that is your course content, that is your source, right? And feed that as a source so that you can kind of create a kind of a gamified learning. That's essentially what you're kind of trying to do, right?
Yes.
So it's it's how it will solve the current problem what we have. That is our main focus. And like when we thought this idea, to as easy as I can get the course, I can read the framework, because reading a framework document, it's not easy job, because it's the terms and all those stuff are very difficult to understand. And that's why we come with this idea, so that AI will do this job for us, and it can eventually deliver some course content, and it can also integrate that gamified learning and have the assessment for us. So that was the main idea behind that.
Okay, I'm just wondering if something, what is our, how do I say, entry barrier for anybody else to kind of come up with something like this? Let's say Coursera has already so much of content, right? All they have to do is just add an AI layer on top of it and put together some sort of a gaming, gaming content over there, right? And just create, again, they have already all those kind of dashboards and such, right? So how do we kind of put some sort of an entry barrier so that others cannot easily come into the space? I'm just trying to think that.
Okay. The first thing, now we need to market as soon as possible before others, they can pick up this idea and they can put it in the market. And also, we have facility to integrate with some ERP also. It's not like we are just going standalone. We have that also. Coursera is not running integration with other ERP product. We can give this sort of training to the users who actually are applying for our product. So that is also the thing which is separate us from other the Coursera and other modules also, other products also.
So basically, this is a traditional training with gamified layers, right?
Yeah, but it is solving a problem.
For traditional training, for traditional training, you require a domain expert.
Domain expert.
Here, even with a very minimal or zero involvement of a domain expert, we can go ahead with the course creation and assessment.
Okay. So now, let's say we have a new framework in the market, just the way Naeem said, and Naeem wanted to have his team to go to this content and have the assessment. Which product can help us very easily? So our product is there in the market which can solve that problem very easily. And even we can track those problems and all those stuff. Yeah, we have as a dashboard.
Where are the teams?
I'm just thinking the same idea that we have, right? Maybe we should feed it into, Wesley and
where is everybody are in?
Product, right? Or POC and see how we kind of fits in against the competition, with the competition and so on.
Guys,
maybe that's something you can try.
Yes.
Hey guys, presentation time, guys.
Result time, please. I wanna go.
Yeah. Please come back. So we have to brush our teeth. So, all right. So the most awaited moment, right? So the prize ceremony. First of all, wonderful. All the teams, fabulous. POCs and MVPs in 10 days. I think it's a good achievement. So here's where it goes. Okay. We're going with the reverse order. Aura team, yeah. The contestants, and you are being given the award of $200. Blockchain team, Mahesh and team.
Mahesh is virtual.
Okay, virtual.
Who else is there? Rajdeep?
All right. So that's the second team which is getting participation award of $200. HPAA team. Again, it's remote.
Farhan.
Farhan.
Jyot.
Sorry. Okay. So again, that's another $200 to you, consolation prize. And support Genie. Okay, Anil and Naresh. Again, consolation prize. Track trick. Again, it's Rania and team. Again, you get a $200 on it. Okay. The third runner-up. Second runner-up. Okay. Second runner-up goes to Lock Threat Micro Game.
I should give?
Yeah. You get an award of $300.
Okay.
Please take a
Everybody.
iPhone.
Who's there? Come. Who else is there?
Guys, Priyanshu and Aryan, come.
The newest of the interns are here. Fantastic.
So this is the intern teams also have been added. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
The first runner-up goes to Fire Hut.
What's up, man?
Once again. Missing, but we'll Photoshop and put it there.
It's a very marginal difference, okay?
Very marginal difference.
Very marginal.
Even as the first one is no. I already tried saying 20% and 40% improvement.
Okay.
Alright. Did you do that? Awesome.
The first prize goes to Optimus.
Yay!
I told you, right?
Where's the other guy? Wesley? Turn on your camera, man.
All right. Congrats.
Thank you. What is the prize amount, by the way?
Team, I just want to. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, I want to give a big kudos to everybody involved here. Okay. I think you guys have demonstrated really happy that in such a short time that you guys were able to do. That means I can already say the sky is the limit for you guys. Okay. This is very good. You guys have been hearing all of what's been going, taking on, doing what you need to do. And in our journey of being an AI first company, you guys have done extremely well. I think it goes to say without much further ado, the leadership team is actually very happy with what you guys have done. But there are certain people that I want to give out extra kudos to for doing all the work. And for that, Ventesh, I think you getting that work done. I really appreciate what you've been able to do, not only from an organization perspective, but also from mentoring and your leadership. So really appreciate it. And of course, I'm probably going to forget thanking, all the other people on the staff side that have helped, right? That have done work in the background, like Sangeeta and Sean and helping with this entire event, Mahesh, or Mahesh goes unnoticed many times.
Yes.
So I want to just, mention everybody. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a few of them. I'm sorry.
I'm
I think you guys have done a fabulous job, okay? Yeah, wonderful.
I think
Nice, do you have anything to say, Nine? Shivu?
Yeah, but she will go first.
Yeah, so my 2 cents, I think this has been just a start, right? We actually started this as the first hackathon for the year. We have 2 or 3 more in the pipeline coming up. And this is actually, we have a lot of learnings from this, and actually we have a lot of new ideas which came up. I'm really excited by the way you guys have used AI in it, and it actually can take us to the next level. So this is excellent. Continue, and kudos to everyone who's been involved, the staff, everybody. So thank you for doing it. Thank you for staying late, and thank you for the last few weeks of work. So great job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to call out the names, Shivu and Santosh.
No, before Venkatesh, name.
No, Nine.
No, let finish. Venkatesh, go ahead. Say what you need to say.
No, I just wanted to call out the name of the team members, Naeem, because I think without their support and all the guidance, it wouldn't have been possible. So Prem, silent as usual, right?
And he's been in action today.
Yeah. So he's been instrumental in helping out in a lot of activities. Sangeeta, I have bugged her enough, right? So she's also been there. Mahesh, so many times. So it's how much ever I call out, it's less. Sneha, she's not here. I have bugged her enough to get the communication going. Triva from US, she's been instrumental in making so many arrangements. John, the silent guy, but always there for me and the team. Monisha, thanks for staying along with me on various things, right? Ayub,
And yourself.
Yeah, sir.
Ayub, Sushil, Ken, Sindhu, Prem, Abhishek, the latest entry, Sangeeta, Akash, kudos to you because you have been mentoring and coaching the team. Panel members again, John, Abhishek, Ayub, Udit, right? Sushil, Suhail,
You have been muted.
Oh. No, you
Just got muted.
Just got muted.
Just got muted. I think. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was with the panel members, John, Abhishek, Ayub, Udit, Sushil, Suhail, Ken. So I think, thanks a lot. I wanted to make sure that I call out these names. I think we have got one more responsibility because hackathon and buildathon doesn't end here, right? We need to actually improvise this. This is not a throw away. So all the feedback that is going to come in, I want the leads mentor to internalize, and I want a deep dive session to be set up in the consecutive weeks. Every week we'll do one item. We will do a deep dive and see what is the opportunity to dog food within Cirrus Labs and what is the opportunity to our customers and clients. I think that's what I wanted to call out Naeem and Santosh and team.
Thank you. This is wonderful. That's wonderful. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. First of all, I'm just so thrilled to see the level of innovation. Okay, this is just fantastic work. There are how many people do we have in the company? 500 some people. Yes. Yeah, and then we have. I was not able to attend the last all hands, but I did catch up with Santosh, and I kind of get the gist of this discussion, which is all around what's going to happen with the market with AI and so on and so forth, right? So when you go 5 years from this point on and you look back, what you are going to remember is the sort of fun you guys hopefully had over the last 10 days, culminating in what you just did and what you have been able to accomplish. And many of these ideas are really, really powerful ideas. So I want to really commend the thought leadership and the thinking that goes behind every single idea. And so what a diverse set of ideas, from operations to banking, to compliance and competitive intelligence. I mean, just look at that. That is unbelievable, okay, in such a short period of time to conceptualize and deliver and actually make it fun to watch, right, on a Friday evening at 8 o'clock, almost 7:38.
Saturday morning.
So this has been amazing. Yeah, Saturday morning for you guys. I know that's a big driver, but just congratulations to all of you for doing what you did. This is phenomenal work. One piece of encouragement I would do and give to all of you, building on top of what Venkatesh just said, write about your experience, okay, and publish it. Write about your experience of the concepts you got and how you actually went about building it. It will be truly inspiring to other people in the company. Publish it internally, maybe on LinkedIn or on our internal sites, what have you, because your enthusiasm can be very, very infectious to drive the company forward. So again, big congratulations to, I think in my opinion, everyone's a winner. I think you guys have to take this and actually do something with these ideas, right? And I think some of this are market ready. I mean, you guys have to really push hard to take it to market, and I think you will see a lot of success. So thanks again, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. And this is just a start, okay? There is another AI initiative that we are doing. Shibu and Santosh, I think that's a tsunami which is coming in another 40 days. All right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Right. Excited, guys, excited. Good job, everybody. Again, thank you. It couldn't have been done any better. So, congrats to everybody. And echoing Nime's thoughts, let's get the blitz out on LinkedIn. Let's get this thing out there. I hope you've taken enough pictures. The Atlanta team, we need some pictures from you guys also.
It's recorded live.
We need to get this out to Sneha.
It's recorded live on YouTube 4 hours.
The marketing channel. Okay, let's go.
It's recorded there. It will be there forever.
Good job, guys. Good night, and good morning, and enjoy your breakfast. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank
I'm still in shock.